What is going on, everybody? 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 here with Tales from the Dark Side, episode 35. 35, man. It's been a busy week. Haven't done any streams this week. Been busy with work, but hey, we're back, man. We're back for a Saturday night. We have a couple more people probably coming in a bit later, but for now, it's myself, 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, Mario. What is going on, brother?
What's happening, man? Dude, it feels like I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. So we were just talking about that earlier.
Right.
Yeah, man. But it feels longer, though, dude. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I miss you, man, you know?
Well,
So
I miss you, too. I miss everybody. It's when work calls, you know what I mean? You got to, like...
You got to do what you got to do, man.
You got to do it. Exactly, man. So I'm glad. It's fun. It's cool. Jay, brother cousins. My man.
Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, it feels like it's been a while. I know I was here last week with that was last week, right? My days are all crazy, you know.
Last Saturday.
Well, yeah.
Last Saturday, right?
What was last Saturday?
What was it last Saturday?
Yeah, I think it
last
was.
Saturday.
It was last. Yeah, it was last Saturday. Like I say, my days are all off right now. I mean, ever since February, it's been like one big day for me because I haven't really slept.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, I
man.
get
Daddy
that.
cousins.
No, it's been a little bit of time, man. It's been a little time, but I'm glad. It doesn't seem that long. I mean, does it? I guess it kind of does.
For me,
You
it
know what it
does.
is? You know what it is? It's because I haven't been on anybody's panel all week. I haven't done any of my morning Mafia in the mornings this week.
Probably.
So-
That could be it, man. That could be it.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is, man. But hey, you know what? Let's see who is here. There's a lot of people here right now, everybody. So let's see who's up in the house. I will say, Christian Collected Detours. What is up, my man? Kim, a channel member. Appreciate very much. That is awesome. My dude, Fat Batman, as a matter of fact, is celebrating his 5 months of membership. 3 months.
Wow.
So, man, what is going on? Thanks again.
A couple friend of ours now, huh?
Yeah, man. What do we got? Funky Cold Santa in the house as well. Blur Dad Life. Carlito. What is going on, man? I don't know if I'll be able to click through everybody, but I know who's all here. We got Collector number 1, Insane 1, Lewis 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘. What is up, my dude? Thor up in here, 2941, dude. Children of the Night. What beautiful hot toys they make. Oh, yeah, man. Pedro 23, Miles Dyson, Insane 1 as well. What did Miles Dyson do here? You said, open my Alita figure today. Absolutely beautiful. Got her new below retail.
That's
Nice.
crazy, man. I mean,
Hell
Alita,
yeah.
she's a
When was it
badass
from
figure, dude.
T-Dubs?
Oh, maybe.
Probably.
And we may talk about some of that, man, because I don't
Possibly.
know what's going on, man. Who else though we got? We got CT603. What's going on, my brother, dude? Channel member Brandon as well. Blackbird Tech. Tully as well. What's up, folks? Back at it again. Hope everyone having a kick-ass weekend. You as well, my friend. Commander Green in the house. Jazzy 12-inch Moose Dream. Greetings from New England. Greetings to you, my friend. Hope you're having a good evening. Fabio in the house. First, what is up, dude? He may or may not pop in later tonight. We'll see. That remains to be seen. Who else we got? Philip the Fool, El Profesoro as well. Figure Shot. What is up? If I'm missing anybody, my bad. Gary N in the house as well. Ruben, what is going on? My friend Young Squid in the house. Eric, Valiant Archer. Who else do we have? Brother Cousins, Toy Review. Hey, I know that guy. What's going on, man? Hey, Dokinator in the house. What's up, dude? What is cracking, my man? Tremble Dust, DT Art Man, Bob Dylan. What is up? Luminara is in the house as well. How are you doing this evening? We got some stuff, man. Some good stuff to talk about. S-Beam in the house as well. Eddie Rodriguez, Calvin Williams. What's up? TX Boy 210.
Ow.
Man, if I miss anybody here on the list, I'm just kind of scrolling. Lane Kramer in the house. Mafia is still alive. Yes. Unsuccessful hits on my person. I'm still alive, man. It's because I got these guys, man, watching my back. That's what it is. That's what it is. So we're good. Riley Reviews also in the house. What is going on, my man? One half of the Wonder Twins. What you guys up to, man? Have you guys been streaming? So I've been out of the loop, man. I've been working, so I haven't even really been paying attention to too much stuff, man. Who else we got? Moz in the house. What's going on, Moz? Dude, Moz did some cool photos. Go check out Moz on Instagram if you have not. Dude, that was what did you just do that I thought was really cool, man, with the moon, the Green Menace, man. That was a cool ass picture, dude.
That was dope.
What else we got up in here? Let's Carlito in the house. What's going on, my man? Thank you for joining this evening, everybody else. I think that's it for right now, man. That's it for right now as everybody's tuning in. So I know a lot of people have already talked about some stuff this week. This is the problem when they announce shit like on a Monday.
Right.
And then I don't do anything till Saturday. It's like, well, it is what it is. But you guys are aware of the whole Sideshow Con situation, right? And I wanted to just briefly talk about it because I believe you want to register here for what, like the early access for perhaps the Boba Fett arena.
Yes.
And some other stuff, I think, right? Now, I think that's all they're really doing, right? Just make sure that you register.
Well, you've also get $10 in rewards there.
This is also true.
Yep.
That's a nice little perk.
Absolutely.
Those rewards can add up.
Oh yeah, they'll add up. So amongst, other things, I mean, exclusive. I think this is what it has really to do with it, the early looks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to address that really quick, just in case anybody in the chat doesn't know. Go ahead and fetch a $10 reward and sign in to, get access to that.
I'm glad you mentioned it because I forgot to sign up, so I'm signing up now.
You want to
rumor has it that I guess on the 11th they're going to drop the pre-orders for that Boba Fett for those that have registered only. So
right,
if y'all have it. Y'all might want to do that pretty soon if you guys.
Yeah, because today is what, the 7th?
Yeah,
9th.
plenty of time.
See, I'm out of it. So 2 days. So Monday.
2 days.
They're starting Monday. So yeah, you guys get on it right now. Go to Sideshow, log in, go ahead and make sure you hit register, get your $10 in rewards, and be signed up if you guys are wanting to get first dibs on those pre-orders. So yeah, that was it. That was a short little, just in case people didn't know. 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 says, what's up? Off topic, but I got Hot Toys A New Hope Obi-Wan Kenobi. Best head sculpt I've ever seen.
Congratulations, man. That's
all three of us have them right here behind us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So congratulations. It is, man. It really, and that's like, okay, Mario, I know, but I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
The episode 3 Obi-Wan Deluxe.
Yeah,
that totally came out after.
That
was like
one much after
years, right? Like
that came out
like
kind of recently. That was like 20. Actually, I think it was
2018, maybe.
Well, maybe 2019, because that's what.
Because New Hope came out in like 2017, right?
No, it was like 2016.
2015 or 2016.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
Mario?
Yeah, I checked. I was looking on that the other day, and I saw that the Obi-Wan. I ordered it back in 2015. I think when it was available for pre-order for the first ones that dropped. So yeah, I think it came out shortly after that.
It was, but that was my point. Like that Obi-Wan Deluxe is like 2 or 3 years later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And the sculpt is just kind of dookie, in comparison.
Yeah, man. It's just for some reason they can get like the elderly down pretty damn good, man.
The
elderly capture the likeness
and
the details, bro.
Like even that fucking
Kenobi, Dooku
Force
too,
Awakens,
man.
Han.
Yep, that looks really good. Tarkin's another one.
Tarkin, of course.
All those features just pop, man.
Krennic's pretty decent.
Krennic is good.
Yeah, I think Krennic's like a 7.
I agree. He's not. He's not perfect. He's not on the level of Tarkin and the rest of them. He's not.
No, but he's decent. He's decent.
Yeah.
Though he's not.
I'd give him a little bit higher than that. I'd probably give him like a 7.5 to 8. Yeah, man, I think it's pretty decent. Yeah.
Okay, so
don't make me crack him out.
What's Tarkin then?
Shit, Tarkin.
Easy. I give him a 9, dude. 9 easily.
A 9. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, then who's a 10?
Who's a 10?
Who's a 10? Sculpt?
I say Yondu.
Yondu, bro, hands down, man.
Yeah,
that's an easy 10, bro.
Yep. Yeah, he is. 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, Dooku's great too.
Dooku's really good.
Dooku's in like I would say maybe a 10.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I just set that up, man, like about a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, when I cracked him open, I was like, holy shit, this is a good ass head sculpt, man. Kind of forget about how good it is.
Beskar Kid in the house said he'd give Krennic a 9.5. I just don't see I don't know if the likeness is right there. You know, only because I just recently watched Rogue One again, like last week. Not that matters, but like my brain was a little more refreshed, you know, because I just watched it again. Yeah. I was like, well, I mean, he's pretty good. Like,
that'll do that to you, man. You look at these figures for a movie that you haven't seen in a long time, and you watch the movie again, you're like, shit, this doesn't look as good as I thought it did.
right. It happens. It totally happens, man. Mark 85 battle damage is up there.
Yeah,
that's a really good looking sculpt too. Especially well, they had to nail that one right after the whole Tony Stank.
They had no choice,
you know. Yeah, dude, for sure. Well, that's a fun conversation. We can talk about that a little bit later. But you're right though. That is like the best sculpts, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Shuri was really good too as the Luminara part.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That is true.
Yes.
That is definitely true. You know, Marvel's done some really good ones too. I mean, it's all Hot Toys, but you know what I mean? I often forget since I'm not really in Marvel. But yeah, there's some really good ones. I think
Stan Lee.
Oh yeah, Stan Lee's perfect, dude.
Stan
Lee's perfect. I know, right? Totally got us off topic.
I know. This
totally
is
cool, man.
No, this is a great conversation,
this
man.
Is good. Yeah, this is like what we do, right? We collect this stuff, so you know it's good to think about that.
Hell, man, we should let the chat drive the show one day, man. This is good discussion.
Just drive it up, right?
Yeah, man.
Hey, shooter. Krennic is really good.
John Berthol. Yep, the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what's behind me that looks. You know, I don't think. And correct me. Well, I guess it's subjective, right? But I don't think they've made a bad Leia.
They haven't.
I'm looking at A New Hope right now, and it's kind of.
She's kind of soft. She a little bit.
There's something about it. There's something about it. Yeah.
It's good because of what it is, for what she is at that point. But if you look at the rest of them, they're all good.
One I think is probably one of the best ones in my opinion. I really like that one a lot. The Bestman sculpt.
Yeah, Bestman's really good. X06, of course, doing some great sculpts, man. Vader quarter scale, yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh, yep. That's a 10. That's a 10 in my book.
That's a 10. That is a 10. Yeah. That is 100% a 10.
They killed it with that one.
Yeah, that is definitely a 10. Maz says there will be nothing behind me next week. 𝗦𝗔𝗩𝗘 case is incoming and had to move my display.
Congratulations, Maz. Have fun with that build, bro.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's give him that. Let's give him that clap, shall we?
Hey,
Maz getting them 𝗦𝗔𝗩𝗘 cases. That is what's up, man. So we all know how freaking sweet that's gonna be when you know what I mean. You finally get your shit in. You're like, all right, man. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. No spoilers, but best comedy of the year. I don't know. I heard it was trash, but
it was funny as hell. I enjoyed it.
Jay loved it, so
I enjoyed it.
I'm not sure.
It's not the best movie. Okay, this is because we was talking about this earlier with Lou. We talked about it a little bit during the Turtle Show this morning, which was, I don't know, we just felt compelled to do it.
Tell me about that. So you have the Turtle Show.
Yeah, we got half shell Saturdays. Half shell Saturday was this morning.
Say that fast as you can 3 times.
I know, right? So we talked about it a little bit, and I mean, honestly, because he saw it and I saw it too. How I feel about it, right now in general, I think the MCU is kind of struggling to find direction. And I think that's part of the problem, honestly. But Thor as a movie itself, I think they could have did way more with it. Absolutely, I totally agree. If you're really into the comics and really into that story arc of the comic, I can understand why people are like kind of frustrated with it. But if you like Ragnarok, you're gonna like this one. That's how I feel about it. I do think they went too far with the comedy, a little too far with the comedy. But did I laugh? Did I enjoy it? Yes, it's an enjoyable movie. Is it the best Marvel film? No, not at all. But it's enjoyable.
That seems to be the consensus, man. I mean, I'll still go check it out because I still want to see it for myself, but I really don't have any high expectations for it, to be honest. But as far as directions, Jay, let me ask you, do you think that it's possible that And we'll probably have a clear direction as to where the Phase 4 is going as soon as once the Avengers film drops.
Yeah. I think all it would take is a course correction. Right now, I just think everything's convoluted. I think it's too much going on, and they need to go back to it because it's funny because I've been watching
a lot of multiverse shit going on. Man.
Yeah, I don't know if that's where they're losing focus, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless this is a plan to like bring in the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, but then are you watering everything down to get to that point? You see what I'm saying? Is it more of like a kind of like a sequel trilogy, situation where they're just like, yeah, sure, go ahead and make a movie, whatever, do whatever the fuck you want, and then because we're gonna get to this point, and once we get here, like we don't care what comes beforehand.
I think it's too many projects going on, and Kevin Feige is one person. And it's no way possible Kevin Feige can pinpoint and oversee all these projects without other people getting involved. And I think because it's not a handful, they need a handful of special characters like they started off doing. Like we had Iron Man, we had Thor, we had those characters. No, I mean, really, it was based off the back of 3 characters, and you had Hulk, but Hulk was kind of like a group situation when they would use Hulk. But you had those 3 trilogies built off the rest of those 3 franchises built off the rest, which built the MCU. They need 3 strong new characters like that. I don't see it. I don't see it with Moon Knight. I'm sorry, I don't see it with Shang-Chi. I don't see it with any other new character. I don't see it with Captain Marvel. They need those 3 strong brand new characters to really be the leaders of Marvel, because right now there are no leaders of Marvel besides Thor. That's it.
Yeah, but then they turn them into a joke basically.
And that's
why I kind of started to with Ragnarok, but
yeah.
But I don't know. And again, it's just a brief conversation because I haven't seen it yet either. I know Mario hasn't. We're going to check it out at some point. It's just, damn, that disappoints me. Because I was telling you, Jay, like, it was like, we remember getting excited when a new Marvel movie would come out and be like, oh, shit, we got to watch this. And then we got to watch the post-credits because this is all culminating into something like, we don't want to miss anything. And now I feel like that ship has maybe sailed and it's just kind of like they're just spitting out content for content's sake.
Yeah, I think that's what it is right now, and I think at some point, all it needs is a course correction. They just need to find their way with it again. I just think after Endgame, Endgame really, when you think about it, was a Herculean effort. It really was. That on that level has never been done. So
it's like lightning in a bottle. Do you catch it twice?
Yep.
I don't know.
And now we're also spoiled that we're expecting perfection every time now, right?
Yeah, that's true too.
That's true too.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's absolutely true. Beskar Kid makes a good point. People are effing spoiled. 10 years ago, people would be begging for shit like this. Yeah, I think we got used to what they're doing though, and then like you had mentioned, there was kind of like this bar almost that's set. So now you're kind of like, well, we've seen the creme de la creme, so now you're giving us ham sandwiches or something. You know what I mean? Like it's but I there's ebbs and flows, and I think it's going to turn around when X-Men come around.
I agree. Totally.
That's kind of how I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I think everyone's going to lose their shit when X-Men drops, man. I mean, not just seeing them on the big screen, but then everyone's potential, like, oh my gosh, all the figures we're going to see, everything from small scale to 6 scale to statues and all that shit, man. It's going to be bonkers when that shows up.
Oh, I swear, yeah. 16 Shooter brings up a good point, man. He says they're not moving anything toward a culminating event movie. No team formation and too many aspects to the multiverse and multiple realms, etc. Very confusing for average viewers, and that's true. And that's what I'm wondering. Like, are they trying to gear it more towards average viewers now? Has that always been the case? But is it feeling more?
I think that's always been the case, man. I mean, it's because every time a new Marvel film hits, a lot of times that I hear from those that are diehard comic readers, it wasn't like the comics. It's nothing like the comics. The same when Civil War dropped. That was an amazing movie, bro, but it was nothing like the comic.
Nothing. No, it wasn't at all. It had nothing to do with the fucking comics.
No, exactly. No,
at all.
No registration.
They did a pretty decent job with it, though. I did enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, they totally. Wakanda Forever will be the turning point in the MCU. Possibly.
Possibly. I'm kind of seeing. You want to know the funny thing about it? When I went to go see Thor, they had a big poster right outside of the theater, and it was like Wakanda Forever, and it was like 11/22. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's coming out this year? I didn't realize that was coming out this year. And I'm like, that gives us like what? Yeah. That's like 60 days, and we haven't seen anything. We've seen like a few things here about Namor and stuff.
Oh, really very hush hush. They're just kind of drip feeding some stuff out right now.
Right.
Isn't Ant-Man supposed to drop in between there too? Is it Ant-Man come out this year, or is it next year? Or
I think so.
I've lost track, bro.
I think. Yeah, it's hard to keep up, man.
Do you guys know the chat? Yeah, 100 in here, man. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you have not. As well to everybody here. My links are in the description below. For El Professor O and Brother Cousins, if you guys already have not subscribed. I don't know what the hell we're doing talking about MCU, but hey, it just happened. It just happened. Thor says, I'm a diehard Thor fan since I was a kid, and I can honestly say it was just okay. Fun to watch, but definitely not the Thor I grew up with. I'm here all night. Try the meat. Yeah. It's different stuff. But you know what? We could talk about that shit all day. I do want to talk about maybe beating a dead horse. I don't know, because I haven't talked about this with anybody, so I'd like to, and that is the Arena Fett. Nobody saw this shit coming.
No.
Straight up. Like, yeah, of course we knew we were going to probably get another Fett. He's kind of hot right now, despite the show, but you know what I mean? He's relevant, you know what I mean? He's current in Star Wars, so... But I didn't expect the comic book variant, like at all. And I mean, my first thoughts is like, this is badass. But for me, it not only is it badass, it made me think, and maybe it's wishful thinking. And I'll ask your guys' opinion as well. Is that this is comic book masterpiece? Yeah. So the prospects are there for me. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So can we get other comic book Star Wars characters?
That's what it looks like.
Out of the realm of possibility, man.
That's what excited me more. Like, this is badass, and it's in and of itself. But then I was like, oh shit, can this be like one of many? Coming down the road.
Absolutely.
Mario, I know you haven't really checked out much of the comics, or those who are in the chat that don't know, is from War of the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah.
But what do you think, man? I mean, is this fall under the umbrella of, it's Star Wars, I'm buying it, or?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is one of those ones where I think it's that, because I was talking to you earlier, man, and about as far as one of the stuff that I actually want to display with the limited space that I have in this cabinet. And I want to move the shock trooper that was from Battlefront out of here. And if anything, when I eventually have the room, just have like a separate shelf, just like of all of the niche figures, like the vintage Boba, they're basically not a Boba Fett's, the vintage one, the 40th anniversary with the swap out parts, and amongst other things too, right? But yeah, this is definitely a pickup for me, just because as of right now, I'm sure this is going to be more of a chase figure than I think of a Grail later on down the line. I mean, there's going to be a lot of hype behind it right now, but at the same time, I can't help but be reminded of back in the day when the the stealth Iron Man drop. I don't know if you guys remember that, where it came out in all black.
Yep.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, the same thing. Everybody went nuts when that first dropped. The same thing. It's all black, beautiful. It'll look gorgeous for the time, and that thing sold out day one. From what I remember. Yeah. So it kind of harkens back to this. So the thing is, too, I saw MRC actually do an unboxing and review of this thing, and it looks nice, man. Dude. It looks like it's I don't know if it's actual chrome black or anything like that, or if it's just like not a chrome application, but maybe a chrome paint app that they're actually applying to this thing. It looks really good, man. But at the same time, it's like, it's another Boba Fett, so I'm kind of like, but at the same time, this does look badass too. So it's like, either way, hopefully I can pick it up if shit doesn't sell out like really quick.
Dude, and I don't think it will. I think people were kind of losing their shit over it, but we all know that Sideshow's going to have this next week. Exactly. You know what I mean? And I know they're going to show it off at the con and all that, but I mean, like, it's going to be there, man. It's going to be there. Jay, my man, what are your thoughts, dude?
Oh man, so kind of I'm in the same boat with Mario here on this. Like, at first when I saw it, I was like, another damn Boba Fett. And to be honest with you, I really didn't know much about the comics and the arena suit and all that. And then second brother was like, no, this is one you got to get, because Boba Fett is his guy. He'd been screaming about Boba Fett since he saw him in the movies when he was a kid. So Boba Fett that's his shit. So he was like, "No, man, this is Arena Boba Fett. This is definitely one." I was like, "Okay." And then I went and actually started reading some of the comic books and looking at stuff online. I was like, "Damn!" And then going back looking at the figure, I was like, "Man, this is actually pretty good." Then I did the stream about it I think it was a couple of days ago, and even in the chat we were all talking about it, and a lot of people that are here, and we were just it's like we kind of all convinced each other.
That is so dangerous.
Right. Yeah. We all enabled each other. But, one thing I do want to, drive home, and I think, and I said this, and this is still my thing on it. Me personally, yes, I'm going to get it, but it's not going to be something. And even then, but then it was still available at T-Dubs because it was early in the morning. But I think right after that stream, it was gone. It was gone completely. But I mean this is something, if you really want this, definitely get it, but don't get any figure just to, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna sell it and I'm gonna flip it. I think that's dangerous thinking doing that. Get it?
Absolutely.
Because,
absolutely.
Get
we might touch on that later too. So
yeah, let me just pause for a moment because we have 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 in the house.
Hello everybody.
What's up, man?
Crashing in the party late. How's everybody?
Doing great, man.
Good, man.
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Very nice. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 107 viewers here. Like and subscribe. Look at that.
Hey, like and subscribe. Of course, my man. We were just talking about the Arena Fett. What are your thoughts, my friend? I'd be interested to hear.
It looks at what's the best way to put this? For me, it looks just I don't want to use the word generic
because you're not familiar with the comics either.
No. You see, for me, I'm a little bit different though, because I'm more interested in the chase aspect, because this is one of those situations where you have to pre-order it, and I don't think the official rules have been laid out yet, right? Where I think you'll be pre-ordering it on July the 19th and then possibly picking it up at the Sideshow booth at Comic-Con. That's from what I understand so far, unless something has changed. It's that chase aspect, honestly, is what I find more attractive. Other than that, it looks like a cool, ordinary Boba Fett. I'm more liking this one just because it is based off of the Empire Strikes Back Jeremy Bulloch version versus the Temuera Morrison version. So my frequency on this is just may not align with most other collectors. For me, it's
more of the chase.
It's more of the chase. It's more of the hunt. It's more that something like this may become a little bit more harder to find down the road. If that makes any sense. Plus, again, if you get to pick it up at San Diego, it's always fun to pick up exclusives on show site. There's just something different about that. Last time I think I did that was for the Darkside Anakin.
Because he was one too.
Right.
Yep.
You pre-ordered him on Sideshow, and then you got to go pick him up at the booth. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is true. I remember that. But I'm wondering if they're going to do that, right? Like we were saying, like maybe now that like things are back to normal, kind of. Yeah,
I would. That's my assumption. In fact, that was something that I had predicted even before Sideshow had announced it on their page, and they had gotten Neo, the first because that's the only one that's on the website is Neo. But I was always assuming when it was first teased, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a con exclusive. Why wouldn't they? Because they've spent marketing dollars already advertising to everybody, hey, we're coming back to San Diego. You got to, make sure to, sign up on our website and so forth. And that's a lot of money. I mean, to set up a booth and San Diego Comic-Con, I'm telling you, it's expensive because years ago I worked in that industry, and a booth of that size, probably it's more now, can be around $150,000. So yeah, why wouldn't they make the attendees jump through hoops to get the good stuff? So it's helps promote them. And like with Anakin though, it was a scan badge, meaning you're not going to be able to hook up your friends. It was, you scan your badge, you picked it up, and that was it. They had you in the system. So plus it's a pre-order, so they can still lock it in on the website as well too, meaning one per item. So
damn, that's right. So they could indeed do that, right? They could just be like, well, it's attached to your badge. This is it. And then
but you don't think they could like do a repeat like they did at Celebration, in which they just passed out vouchers and just do it like that as well? So for those that couldn't attend, they can
there's no
actually have somewhat of a chance.
There's no need to speculate. It's already been announced on their site already about when the first pre-order is going to start. The only thing we haven't been able to figure out is if you'll be able to pick it up on site. But the pre-orders start on July the 19th. So they have released some information. It's the only thing I haven't figured out is, are you going to be able to pick it up on show site?
Right.
So,
That's the only
I
thing
figure if they're out in Hong Kong, I don't see why not. I'm sure they shipped the batch over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, because I know Secret Base only had 300.
Yeah,
right.
But that's Zenobia, and Sir Mario, you guys all know that like sometimes with the Asia releases, they'll have a like Marty was like what 300 or 500 in Asia, and he sold out, and he's been sitting for over a year here in America. Tons. So it kind of goes both ways. I mean, like the only real exclusive that I can recall are the Japanese, like the Venom, Anti-Venom, and Carnage. Those I forgot. The hot toys that
artists,
are like
artist mix ones. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And those were Japan only or whatever. And
those glow in the dark little things.
Yeah, but aside from that, man, I mean, we haven't really hit that kind of exclusive. Close with the I guess the chrome clone trooper. Geez, that's a tongue twister. That thing sold out in like 4 days recently. But real quick, I got a $2 super chat from Lane Kramer, my dude. It says, so Denobi, why is Neo a Toyfair exclusive?
Well, that's easy to answer. It's
in a year.
Neo based on Matrix Resurrections, which sucked. I haven't even seen this film yet. So, and it's not uncommon, right? If you want to go off of his history, it's not uncommon that on occasion, Hot Toys will surprise the collectors community with instant releases. Wasn't the Spider-Man black and gold suit one of those situations? It's very common. It doesn't happen all the time, but they have done it before. They have done it where, hey, out of all these toy fairs, we're going to have one particular character ready for pickup. Wasn't the armor in Hong Kong semi-close under 30-day quick
Armor
delivery?
was freaking quick, bro.
It was quick because it took us a while.
Ready to go.
Yeah, and then the only reason it took us up to 90 days was because of the whole embargo thing with Long Island and California and the cargo ships. But if that was not the case, we probably would have had the armor a lot quicker. I remember that was a situation. But yeah, the armor was already available in Hong Kong when that was announced. That too was a Toyfair exclusive.
Yeah. Now, this is weird because this is indeed Toyfair exclusive. I mean, it says it, right there on the tag. He's 250 on Sideshow. He did go up already. I think he's the only one though. Obviously, Fett is not. I have not seen the Iron Man up yet. So, but I mean, what do you? I guess. Well, Mario, you have a Neo, so let me ask you: like, is this something you're going to grab, or is the $250 a good price point? You think?
I think it's okay. I mean, in today's standards, the thing is that this doesn't come with anything, does it? Does this come with a pair of hands and like a little tablet of pills?
Well, he does come with more than Gargamel.
Okay, all right.
Or Gilgamesh. We got and he's 270.
Yeah. I mean, I think the updated sculpt looks pretty good. I know some people are out there talking about how it doesn't look like him. I think it does. I think Jay, we were talking about this too, though. I think that some collectors will actually take this sculpt and possibly put it on their John Wick.
Exactly.
Just have like a little bit more, something more possibly accurate, I guess. But I mean, I think it looks pretty good. It's all right, but this is nothing that I'm jumping on personally. So, but yeah, Mother Neil is basically out the door as well. So, no Neil for me.
No, I didn't think. Why is he 18 months out if he's an exclusive? I'm not entirely sure. They do.
Denobi, do you remember if the Pinball Machine Iron Man, the Mark IV, that also like a year later when that thing released as well?
Yeah,
not all of them come out soon.
Not all. Yeah, this is the audience is trying to throw gotcha questions, and I go, this is normal behavior for Toyfair exclusives. There's nothing surprise here. There's no gotcha. Like, this is normal. On occasion, you will get one that is usually a quicker run, and then versus the others can be up to a year. So, not to mention though, we are still, I hate using that word, the P word, but we are kind of trailing out of it, and the supply chain is being resolved. It is catching up. Right?
Yeah.
Deliveries are being made, hence why so many collectors are probably being pruned out with so many invoices coming in, because it's delivery. Sideshow is starting to get those crates in, and they are dispatching their Imperial probe droids out there with those invoices, trying to find you wherever you're at. I'm good, man. I'll pay you next week.
Right? No, it's just they're very much like the late great Ray Liotta, from Goodfellas. Mm-hmm. They're just like, fuck you, pay me. They don't care.
Yeah. Right, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Bust some chins, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. But Jay, man, are you grabbing this? That's
Oh man, I'll tell you.
I heard you saying maybe. I don't know. Yes.
Well, I'll say this.
It's been a few days.
It's been a few days. I looked at it. Even when I did my stream about this, this movie was awful. I never had a movie where I walked out of it. And I was watching it at home, and I left the house. It was on Christmas Day, and I was like, if y'all gonna watch this trash, I'm leaving. I really did not like the movie at all. With that being said, I want to get it. And the reason why I want to get the figure, because it is a one-off. And I am starting a little one-off cabinet, but I don't know if this is going to be a thing that I'm going to buy, look at it for a little bit, and be like, yeah, I like Keanu Reeves, and then sell it down the line. So that has me kind of on the fence with it. But I don't know, it's something about it that I do like. Yeah, I did. I left the house on it. It was just oh god, it was terrible. Anyway, but I do like the head sculpt. I do. I'm probably in the minority with that.
No, I think it looks okay. I think it looks pretty good.
It's a decent head sculpt. It really is. The accessories, I mean, he really didn't come with anything in the movie. He really didn't do much in the movie. He didn't have any guns. He was on God mode, essentially. Yeah, so he really didn't need anything. But I like the tailoring. The tailoring is not bad at all. Tailoring looks pretty good. But I think the biggest travesty of this whole figure, of this piece, is that it comes with that big ass enormous base where it's just ridiculous. You can't even fit them in another DTOF with the other Neo. You can't even have them side by side. I think that's the biggest problem with that.
That cardboard display.
Yeah, it's hideous. So yeah, I'm kind of still on the fence with it, but I may pick it up just to have it, honestly. Just because I like piano. Because I like piano.
Right? It's not.
Yeah.
Like if this was $320 or something like that, I could see maybe being like, nah, it's probably a hard pass. But as you're saying, like as a one-off and being, you know what I mean, $250, you kind of justify it, right? If you're just like, well.
Are we going to talk about that delivery window that covers all of 2023? Did anybody?
Oh my god, yeah, that so it is
crazy.
Yeah, where did I?
It's gonna. I like the delivery. Like it's gonna show up sometime in 2023. So we don't want to hear you kids bitch.
Yeah, because what was it? Was it the 6-month window? I forgot because they've been doing that now.
It says April. It says April 2023 to December 2023.
So they took 3 quarters that time.
Yeah. So.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. So there's no. So if you decide to that's the thing too. There's no excuses now. They're not going to give you back your money. They're not playing that game anymore.
No, they added the new.
Yeah,
secure my order thing.
Absolutely. We're covering the whole year now. Like, look, it's going to show up sometime 2023. We don't want to hear you bitch. That's really what it is. And so most collectors now are very conservative. Shields up, entering the Sideshow website. They probably erase if they know what's good for them, they probably erased their cookied credit card information or their debit card, so that way there's no impulse buying anymore. It's like I have to sleep on this now for a week.
Yeah. Well, now are you grabbing him?
It looks this. I love Keanu Reeves. I think this is one of the best Keanu Reeves head sculpts. But I have no room, no desire. I haven't seen the film, and I have no desire to see the film. I will most likely be picking up the cyberpunk Keanu Reeves. I already have the John Wick Keanu Reeves. As far as my one-off checkbox, I'm trying to collect one-off characters where I can. A good example for me would be Angelina Jolie in the Eternals. I don't care to see the film. I don't ever want to see the film, but I absolutely do want an Angelina Jolie Hot Toys in my collection. So like I said, it's just a little bit different for me when it comes to certain characters. Angelina,
because it's the actress.
Yeah, they fall in that same realm as Johnny Depp, where when Johnny Depp will do one of his wacky films, he'll release. Hot Toys will just make one because Johnny Depp is valued in the Asian community. So he's really, really popular on that. I will not be getting Gargamel though from the Eternals.
Yeah, I didn't really care much for it doesn't matter. I'm out of Marvel anyway, really. But you know what I mean? I didn't connect to the movie at all, but I could see that. Like, do you have the Maleficent? I'm not sure if you do.
No, that's out of the Disney Hot Toys. That's the one that I've actually started searching for her again, but I don't want to pay exorbitant prices. I mean, if somebody is fundraising or something, I would consider, because I would still love to add her to them, because I do have a module case devoted to Hot Toys Disney and the Nautilus and a few other pieces.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of Disney. I
mean, no.
Disney.
No, don't you have the Winnie the Pooh, right?
I do have Winnie the Pooh. I have Belle, Hot Toys Belle from Beauty and the Beast. What else do I have? You gonna get
the Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, I have inside there too. I have the Jack Sparrow from Stranger Tides.
Nice.
With the wheel. I think that's the one that came with the wheel.
That's the second one, right?
Yeah. I think that's the third one.
Is it? I don't remember. How many did they make?
They made 5. They made 5, and this is the fourth one.
That's the fourth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last Johnny Depp came with a shark, so that's not the one I have. I have the the Stranger Tides, I think, is one. It's the one with the mermaids. Yeah.
They made 5? Jesus.
I didn't realize they made 5.
I thought they made 2, bro.
No,
I thought there were like 2 DXs, and that was it.
No.
Well, no. There's 2. There's 2 DXs, but there's also a couple ones that are outside of the DX line. But we're talking about movies.
Yeah.
As far as the films are concerned, they made 5. They made 5 movies.
Yeah.
Even then, they made like about 4 of them total, haven't they?
Caribbean is huge around the world. I don't know how it is.
Yeah.
It is like it is. It's on the pedestal in the Asian community. They spent a fortune at Disneyland Shanghai. Is it that park, Mario, that has one of the most
projection?
With the projection, the most advanced Pirates of the Caribbean like the world has ever seen. I think it's in Shanghai.
Oh wow!
So Shanghai or Tokyo, one of those 2.
No, it's not. It's not Japan. I know that. So it's either.
So it's gotta be Shanghai.
It's Shanghai. Yeah, Shanghai. I want to say
Shanghai.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, Pirates makes a lot of money. That's why I don't know if I told you, Anthony. I go, Disney's going to have to get on their knees. They're going to have to blow them.
They are. They already are, bro.
They
They're already
have
lubed up because they're offering him some. I know he was like, "Nah, I'm good," but I think they offered him like $300 million or some shit.
Yeah,
I heard he may be directing one.
Points. Yeah.
No, I think he may be coming back. Like, because money
There's a big
talks.
chance.
Yeah, I think he's going to be coming back and directing one. I think.
Well, that's what I would do. I'd be like, I'm holding the cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
So not only are you giving me all this money, I am going to be like whatever executive producer on it or director or whatever. I have creative control over the character. Yada yada yada. Because they just they had a big old image of him over at Disney like last week too. They put it up like one of those spotlights. You know what I mean? They had a Jack Sparrow there at the park, and I was like, oh.
Because the ride just opened back up recently.
Sure, but you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. You know, maybe they're working something out. I don't really know.
Hey, was it last week? I was at Disneyland Paris, and Pirates of the Caribbean in Paris still had a long ass line. I still had to wait close to 60 minutes to board that bad boy.
Damn. Is it the same as over here in Cali?
No, it's slightly different, very different. It's it has a lot of the similarities, but it's laid out very different. There's a part where the boat is going through like inside an actual castle that's on fire. It's weird because I've been through most of all of them, and you know that it's very surreal. Even the Haunted Mansion out there, it was kind of creepy. Because it was based on the old West.
Was it the early 90s? Because it's like a memory that's stuck in my head where it was like all over the news. You know, they were like, hey, we're opening up this park, this Euro Disney.
Oh, I remember that.
It was a big, you know, I mean, it was in the news for weeks. I remember that. Never been, but you know. Yeah, so who knows? You're right though. He may come back. He may come back. Yeah. That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah. To end on Disney, that's the only other theme park I like to visit, Mario. That's on my radar is Disneyland Shanghai, because they do have a Stark Expo over there. They have a lot of attractions over there that are only available at that specific park. So it's on my radar.
Well, let's go, man.
No,
I'll tag along on your next trip, man. Let's go.
There you go.
That would be awesome, dude.
Drinks from I like rum. I think this suit looks great.
See, I knew you're gonna get this.
Yeah. Well, I haven't committed my wallet to him yet. But if I had to give an answer, I would probably say yes. But he's not going to be like a day one pre-order or anything. I do like that shiny chrome, that blue. It almost looks like a stealth, but it's not. It's very different. It's very different. And I also suspect too, it's going to be. I think moving forward, guys, I think everything now is going to be smaller batches. We can't have that 2-year mentality bullshit anymore. That's not going to fly. So if you want to assume certain figures that went into pre-order in 2020 and 2021 are going to sit on shelves for a while, oh, absolutely. I'm just saying moving forward, we may not have that luxury anymore of sitting around and dilly-dallying. This could be a quick churn and burn. Iron Man still sells. You know how it is in Asia. They love it. Doesn't matter what we care about Iron Man out here. The only thing I've been hearing, Marvel's not popular out here in the US. Doesn't matter what the F we think here.
Right.
Shit still sells over there.
Huge in Asia.
That's right.
Huge. I think this thing looks freaking sweet. Oddly enough, because it's not. Okay, we're all different, right? We all have different tastes, but it's not neon tech. And when I say that, it's because I don't like the neon tech look, personally. So I was like, oh, cool, it's not a neon tech. That was my first thought. It's holographic. But the color palette's cool. Yeah, we've seen the memes and the jokes, and looks like Listerine and all that stuff. But Zenobi's right. Like, the color palette, it just looks really neat. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Had I been still in the whole Marvel game, I'd be like, you know what? This is pretty... It's pretty dope, man. What do you think, brother Cousins?
Oh man, a minty winter fresh green Iron Man. I mean, yeah, it's not for me. I don't like it, and I agree with you. I get on my brother about the whole damn neon text because I hate those neon texts, and I'm glad that it wasn't. Well, to me, it would have made sense that if it was a 𝗕𝗕𝗢𝗘, because I get it. Some people collect the 𝗕𝗕𝗢𝗘s. I don't know why, but they collect them. No shame, no shade. If that's your thing, that's your thing. It's just not for me. But this one, I just kind of feel like it's a cash grab. I do. I just feel it's a cash grab. I think it looks good. It looks way better than the one they put out last year. And I mean that one.
To be fair now, I'm going to cut you off. Wait a minute. You're calling this a cash grab? Isn't that Boba Fett a cash grab too now?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, okay. Absolutely cash grab. Absolutely. But with Iron Man, I mean, you said it, Denobi, you said it. It's like when it comes to Iron Man, that market, they're crazy about Iron Man, and we just have to get over it. That's just what it is. And I mean, there's still a lot of people here to love. I know people that buy Iron Man just like they don't care about it. They don't care if it's, as long as it's a different MMS number, they're going to buy it. I know a lot of people that still like locally that I know that are like that. My brother is one of those type of people. He has damn near all the Iron Man. But me, this is not for me. I have 2 Mark 85s already. I have the clean and the dirty. And me, I like stuff from the movies. That's my whole collection is centered around what's on the screen. So that's how I justify what to buy and what not to buy. So I don't have any variations or special editions.
You're not really inclined to get the comic book Iron Man?
Well, when it comes to the comic book Iron Man, that's a little different because I think I'm gonna go in on those because that's comics. That's a comic book.
Okay, rather than just like this is like just an oddball variant.
Right. It's like that comic version. I don't have that Iron Man. That's a whole different. That's a whole different.
And this is the 85. Like
this is the 85. Exactly. It's nothing different about it to me. It's a repaint. Essentially, it's a repaint. It's like what Toy Biz did back in the 90s when you saw. I think they had a Rogue and they took a Rogue and they painted her and then it was Psylocke. Same type of shit.
Yeah, you're like, no, it's not. Real quick, Carlos, my dude, he says, why would Hot Toys make small batches though? They make them for cheap and can offload them to Hong Kong resellers. I don't see Hot Toys being small batches. What I think he's referring to your comment there, Zenobi. What are your thoughts on that?
Which comment on the Toyfair exclusives?
No, for Carlos here. Why would Hot Toys make small batches?
Well, there's evidence already. We have evidence that they're already making small batches. All right. The Endor speeder bike. It went into pre-order to the world on August the 24th. It was released in Hong Kong a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
A 10-month. It's a 10-month window. For the longest, we all were convincing ourselves about these 2-year deliveries. And I said it. I go, moving forward, don't think like that anymore, because the key to catching up on the 130 plus, I lost count how many pre-orders in there, is to make smaller batches. But again, a smaller batch to Hot Toys could be the difference between the Mandalorian the Mandalorian Grogu set, which they may have made 30,000. That may have been a high batch for them, and a small batch to them could be 5 to 10,000. We don't know because they're very secretive. They're very small. But small batches typically, based on history, tend to arrive a lot quicker. The Endor speeder bike is a perfect example. In fact, the Endor speeder bike is definitely one that's on my radar because it's one of the ones that I already been telling people. I'm like, look, that's going to be a small batch because collectors are going to make flaky ass excuses and say, well, I bought the Sideshow one. I don't need the Hot Toys one. I got the Sideshow one. So, and I was saying that. I was saying that, man. Yeah, and it's always
for those who have the Sideshow speeder bike, man. I'm sure the Hot Toys one will be a breath of fresh air compared to that POS. In my opinion.
Well, because that thing was like a model kit, like you breathe on it and it shatters.
Mm-hmm. It just falls apart exactly.
And then what gets better is that I don't know if I told you this. I told this to several people. I'm watching Easy Collectibles review on the Endor Trooper, and in the first 2 minutes, I'm not going to get the Endor bike because I got the Sideshow. I'm like, see, there you go. You called it out already. So he said it on his. I said that when he was in that bag with that speeder bike drive. I'm like, look, Easy's already saying it. I go, look at that. See, it's going to be so. When something gets released in Hong Kong, you really want to keep. If I'm using a spreadsheet, I don't know if the kids out there are. I got some numbers, and when that Endor bike, which, if any of you were keeping track, was supposed to have dropped around August and September.
Yeah.
It dropped
hella early.
It dropped early.
Yep.
Right? Always being on the lookout for early drops. That usually is an early telltale sign of a smaller batch. Collectors reneged on it, or saw no interest, or convinced themselves that the Sideshow speeder bike, God rest their souls, who want to believe that the Sideshow. Can you imagine traveling through the forest moon of Endor on a Sideshow? I wouldn't make it half a mile. I would hit the tree right away if I was on a Sideshow.
The bike would fall apart before you hit the entrance, bro.
Well, I remember when we were doing the pose wars over there with Collecting Weekly, like Lael broke his Sideshow bike while we were posing.
Jesus.
And he barely did anything to it, and it broke.
Mm-hmm.
He was all like, pissed, rightly so, so.
And I believe that indoor speeder bike, it came out a week ago. I think it's sold. Last I checked at T-Dubs, it was sold out.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think one of the
more overseas, but go ahead, Mario.
Yeah, and I was thinking one of the contributing factors to that early release is because they already had the thing tooled already. I mean, they've got the Mandalorian one already done, right? Yep. So why wouldn't it come out sooner? And again, too, I think with these smaller batches, I do agree on it to a certain degree, in the fact that I think it would be smarter for them to release smaller batches, and when everything hits low stock, do they release another batch because that's the kind of shit that they do these days, or do they just let the batches die out and that's the actual edition size, or that's how many you're going to get, So because I don't think that they would just leave all that extra money lying on the table for just like one or two small batches, dude. But I think it's a lot smarter if they did do it that way, so they can actually gauge the demand and say, okay, this particular release would warrant another batch, so let's go ahead and do it. They did it with Yoda, like what was it? Like a couple years down the line after Attack of the Clones Yoda.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did it. No, we saw it when they did it with freaking Obi-Wan, Han Solo, and Chewie. The same damn thing, dude. I mean, that's when we were all. And that's the first time we saw those damn reissues, and a lot of us were like, "What the hell?" Yeah, man. So we all got our pennies in a bush up on that, but it's normal these days. That's what they're doing.
And there's a difference between a reissue and a second wave or a second batch. Like the Attack of the Clones Yoda, that was a second batch. That was something that went in a wait list, and then they just reopened up the pre-orders. So, and it's a reissue. No, they never let the print and press cool down. They probably set it on the side, and then they restarted back up. The Han Solo and the Chewbacca, because there was a few year gap on that was a straight up reissue. That was something they went back and they pulled out the old molds, and they're like, we're going to redo this again.
Yeah.
Same thing too for the War Machine Mark I and a few others. But again, it's a small percentage. I'm telling you, I've done the math. Don't assume everything gets reissued or gets a second batch. I would speculate moving forward that they're probably not going to be experimenting with second batches or reissues, simply just because they need to catch up, right? You can't sustain a business model like this and have 2-year-old pre-orders. So we're finally weaning ourselves out of those old ass pre-orders.
Well, and I think that's why they're doing that the low batch, only because with 140 behind, it's like they have to kind of catch up. They have to kind of catch up. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be ultra low, but the batch numbers I think are smaller than usual, because like now it's just kind of basic math. If there's overwhelming stock, you know what I'm saying, and they wouldn't be able to push it all. Like especially if we look at Sideshow. Now we can't speak for the rest of the world, but at least on Sideshow we've got stuff both Marvel and Star Wars, and to some extent DC, that's been sitting here for 2 years now. That you can still buy.
Bro, the freaking the Chitauri set is still sitting in Sideshow, man.
Oh yeah.
It's 2013?
Yeah, aren't some of the First Order troopers still up there too? Like the Snow Troopers, I believe.
The Jet Trooper is, and I think the Stormtrooper.
No, I'm talking from the
waitlisted.
I'm talking from the Force Awakens, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Not from the.
Oh yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think the Jet Trooper's there, but I think all the 2-packs are gone.
The Jet Trooper was the Rise of Skywalker, bro.
Well, I'm speaking sequels. As far as anything for anything in the sequels, I think they only have the Jet Trooper up there and Kylo. Yeah, I don't think there's any 2-packs left, but they were though forever. But late last year, I think that 2-pack went waitlisted. We'd have to double check, but whenever I look, I don't see shit anymore. But still, it was like years though, right?
Yeah,
years. But you know, honestly though, before I wrap on this one, are you grabbing this, Mario?
You know what? I think the Iron Man, most of the suits, I think they're a kick-ass design. I like them all, and I can appreciate them from afar. I like all the different colorways, and this is no exception. I think it looks dope. The Mark 85 is a cool suit. You know, I like that they're doing this. I mean, and what's a Toyfair exclusive without an Iron Man release, right? I mean, come on.
Well, right.
Every year, right. Go back down the line, man. I mean, pretty sure we haven't had 1 year without an Iron Man, dude. With a release.
Yeah, it's a tradition at this point.
Pretty much, man. But no, I'm not picking it up. I mean, my Iron Man focus is basically the 1 through 7, and that's pretty much it, with exception with a couple other ones. But that's it though. But it's a beautiful piece, man. I really like it.
No, yeah, I think that's what's cool about it, is just the different color, right?
Yeah.
Something unique.
It's just like, I mean, look at the Jordans, man. The Jordan ones, there's all kinds of different colorways, man.
Exactly.
I mean, you want to talk cash grabs? That's a perfect example too, man.
Absolutely.
All kinds of different colorways, and everybody goes nuts over them. So
yeah. Yep. Well, I want to ask you guys. I don't usually bring stuff up like this, but I still want to because I'm super excited. I don't know if you guys are or anybody in the chat. I got 120 in the chat right now. Go ahead and hit that like button, man, if you haven't. Subscribe to everybody here. Of course, their links are in the description below if you have not already. But I want to talk about this, man, because there was a little bit of some... Well, first, I should just say this is Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. This is Damn Toys. Now,
Damn Toys.
A couple years ago, they released Leon. What they did, though, so if you guys are familiar with Resident Evil 2, it was Leon and Claire, and they released the Leon remake. So a couple years ago, Resident Evil 2 got remade. You know, just enhanced new graphics, and these are the new. So this is why they look kind of CG. I think they look phenomenal. But anyway, Leon came out from the remake, and then everybody was like, "Damn, I'm waiting for Claire," and then 2 weeks ago, they announced classic Leon and then classic Claire. So everybody was like, kind of like, well, what the hell? And then they were like dead silent when people were like, well, is you know, the remake Claire coming? And like, this crickets, right? So now I know a lot of people are a little pissy because they're like, fuck, I pre-ordered the classic Claire because we had no idea that the remake was, because, you know, the first one was remake Leon. So you would think they would announce remake Claire before classic Claire. Anyway, whatever. But the point is, so there's two options. You can kind of get like the regular original versions or these remakes. But I was looking at this and it's like, I don't know if you guys are fans, but I have to pick up Leon and Claire, especially now that they have these remake versions.
Yeah, it's nice to know Hot Toys ain't the only one doing stupid shit like this, right?
Right.
Exactly. So, you know, I wasn't too sure. Because I know we don't just collect Hot Toys, like we do have a lot of different 6-scale figures, and I'm not sure if you guys are really into Resident Evil or not, but what are your thoughts on this, Mario? Are you familiar with it, or do you think it looks great, or is this...
I am familiar with the franchise. I mean, just like, you know, by word of mouth, and that's basically it. I never really, you know, had any hands-on with any of the games and shit like that, but it looks all right, dude. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with Damn Toys, dude. They're great. I've got a couple figures in the collection, man, and I love them. They're fantastic figures, dude. So yeah, this one looks all right. I know little to dick all about it, but you know, I'm happy that you're excited about it.
I am excited about it. Well, there's not only did I grow up playing Resident Evil, like all of them, play all of them. I have an idea that I want to do with Claire and Leon, and I'll be posing them with all my Marvel zombie stuff, and like it'll be cool. It's just something cool. I've got some ideas that I think would be really neat. They are $270 though.
Worth every penny.
So it's kind of high, but you do get a lot of cool shit.
Is this a statue or 1/6 scale figure?
No, it's a 6 scale figure, bro.
Huh.
So now the classic Claire, I don't have her here. I could bring her. Anyway, if you look for the classic version, I mean, she is like birds of prey Harleys, bro. Like joints everywhere. It's unsightly. I like the classic outfit, but it's like, yeah, unless I would just body swap her or something. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the remakes because they look a little bit, in my opinion, nicer. You know, do you just change out the jackets? You know, just there's a lot of tons of cool shit. The weapons are cool. So that's kind of what I want to do, but I wasn't too sure, man. If you know, you guys are, you know, I mean, like Jay, like you've played or you know Resident Evil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I play. I mean, I have I haven't beat it yet. I have so many games. I just have, and I haven't played yet. But I actually have the remake. And I started playing it, but I'm bad. I never finished my games. But damn, this is the first time I've seen this, and I gotta say, I love it. I think she's gorgeous. I think I kind of want this.
Yeah, that's why I had to bring it up, man, because I was like, this is really good. I didn't bring up Leon because I just kind of thought you guys may have known, so I didn't grab it.
Anthony, is this a 2-pack or is this a single option?
No, this is a single option.
I'm loving the weapons and the accessories. I mean, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
I think it's refreshing, because you know, with Hot Toys as of late, and we all know this, 𝗕𝗏, Jay, you know, Mario, we all can attest to this. Like, Hot Toys has been skimping, accessory wise. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So when you see some other, you know, not third party, but other companies, making characters, it's like, holy shit! You get a lot of stuff. You get a lot of cool, and that's what I like. You're like, okay, when I get this figure and you unbox it, you're like, all right, this is like an experience. There's like a ton of shit in here.
And back in the day, that was the draw for me for Hot Toys. Like I've talked about it all the time. Bank Robber Joker was like my first Hot Toy, whatever. And that figure at that time, it came with so much stuff. That was the draw for me. All the accessories, the guns, the money, the you know, the way that the outfits fit the figure, all that stuff. That was the draw of Hot Toys. I think as the years went by, Hot Toys have definitely upped their game on their sculpts and stuff like that, and the licenses that they acquire. And I know they pay a lot of money to acquire these licenses with all that other stuff. But yeah, they have been lacking on accessories. That's the whole thing. Charge more money, but you know, give you a little less. That's the whole thing.
I would say otherwise though to that Spider-Verse Miles though, man. I'm sure that was a breath of fresh air considering all the shit that came with.
Absolutely, that which is why I'm saying I really, that's like one of the on my list of figures of the year, because that figure right there takes it back to Hot Toys. That figure kind of reminds me of like the Michael. It wasn't a 2-pack, but the Michael Jackson Thriller, where it came with the alternate outfit and the zombie attire. That's what that Miles reminds me of. Classic Hot Toys. But yeah. I mean, and I'm liking. That's what I'm liking about this release right here. You get a good amount of accessories. She looks great. What company is this?
This is Damn Toys.
This is Damn Toys is doing a damn good job.
Dude, they're doing pretty good, man.
Yeah. Godfather.
Yes. What are your thoughts, 𝗕𝗏? I mean, I know you're not too into the games, but is this a thing? Is this, you know?
I'm a big gamer. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan.
Yeah.
And, I think the last one was at Village. I bought that one. I didn't get to
8. Yeah.
Village. Yeah, Resident Evil Village. It looks fine. I mean, it's a good looking, attractive figure, but the arena is crowded right now, so choices
to choose kind of.
It's extreme pick and choose. And I'm not currently building a gamer. Well, I do have a few games. I do have Isaac Clarke from Dead Space. I do have. They did. Is it 303A made them? I do have that, but there's just not a lot of companies out there that make a lot of 1/6 scale figures for
games and stuff.
Yeah, for games and stuff. Yeah. It looks nice. It's not something that I would definitely run out and chase right now. I just don't see any type of urgency for 1/6 scale figures with a sticker price of $270 in a saturated competitive. I mean, everybody is trying to jockey for your dollar right now. Damn Toys, Exo-6, Hot Toys, Blitzway.
Dude, I know everybody. Exo-6, if you're into Star Trek, you know, I mean, everything is like, there's a lot. There is a lot. I will show you, since I have it up. I didn't create any slides or anything for it, but it's been here for a little while now. And this was Leon. So this was the remake Leon that, like I said, they just announced the classic, but you know, this is the remake that's going to go with the remake Claire. So I mean, I can kind of like briefly, you know, shine through it, but yeah, $270. I mean, he too comes with a ton of stuff. So I don't know, you know, for the fans out there. I'm sorry?
Didn't Hot Toys do this character?
Hot Toys did some older Resident Evils way back in the day.
They did.
They did like 𝗕𝗕𝗦𝗠𝗔𝗦𝗛 and I think Wesker. Who else did they do? You guys in the chat probably know, but they've shown their age, in my opinion. I was looking through and I was like, yeah, but I like this. I like this Leon as well. So these are the two that I'm going to be picking up. So Jay, if you're interested in Claire, then it's like, you know, may have to get the Leon. You know, you have
to. Nah, Leon looks dope. He looks dope.
Yeah, I mean, you get all this stuff, man. The ammo boxes are real detailed and everything. You get your first aid spray, the rocket launcher. Like, it's cool, man.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Look at that thing.
I know. I'm just, so for me, I'm like, okay, it's refreshing. As 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗢 said, we don't have a lot of video game figures in general. And, you know, Damn Toys was doing most of the Assassin's Creed too, right, Mario?
Yeah. That's cool how they label their accessories like that, man. I like that.
Yeah, it's just like the inventory system. It's really cool, man. So for me now, unfortunately, like the hands, you can't really hold these keys. This is mostly like you'd probably want to get like a 6-scale table or something to display, you know, some of this stuff, which is, you know, kind of akin to, you know, Resident Evil anyway, like being in the safe room or whatever. But yeah, man, pretty cool. I wanted to just, you know, make people aware of it if they haven't, you know, if they didn't know, like you said, you didn't know these existed. Pretty new. You know, Leon's been out for a little while now though, so you know, you could pick him up like right now, you know, if you wanted to. The rest, the two classics and then this remake Claire, are gonna probably be like late or early next year. That's what I'm thinking. So, but I like looking at stuff like that, you know, because like I said, you know, video games, there's not a whole lot. You know. And they are good. Like the Godfather ones are great, right? You know, the Assassin. So Damn Toys does some pretty cool shit. Like, you know, and sometimes it's just cool, right? To look at something else that's not the same old that we're getting into, or and licensed properties, rather. You know what I'm saying? Rather, because it's not third party. You know what I mean? They've got the license. This is Resident Evil to the T. So I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, man. But yeah, I mean, so those are really the only things I really wanted to talk about as far as figure releases are concerned. But I was debating whether or not we should talk about this or not, but I guess we will, because it's kind of the talk of the town right now. Everybody knows what the hell's going on or what's happening.
You already seen the chat, man.
Yeah, so
it's come up a couple times, yeah.
So what the hell is going on with Toys Wonderland? That's what I want to know. It's like, it's not even like a fire sale, bro. It's like, feels like a liquidation sale.
It really does.
I'm not the one convincing myself that Marvel is dead and Star Wars is king. So I keep still hearing that. Oh, everybody loves Marvel. Everybody loves Star Wars. Hot Toy Star Wars is what's like. Really? We're still going with that. We're still drinking that juice. You know, everybody loves Star Wars. Really? You think in China they do?
Not as much. Yeah, not as much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you think that's just what it is? They're just like, you know what? We can't sell these worth of shit. Because that just seems like crazy. Like, they're not making any money off these.
No.
Those prices. They're not a retailer. They're resellers.
They're
so
yeah, it's better to cut your losses. Yeah, and just stick with it. Yeah. It's liquidation is what that is. Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind
2012 cap for 100. No, MB Dyson's comment right now. 2012 cap for $137, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen's like $120.
I got her last night.
You did?
Yeah, I was like,
you.
what can I do? You know, I was looking to get it on Sideshow.
And didn't you say the Flash? The Flash was $99 or something like that?
Yeah, the Flash was $100. The CW Flash.
Damn near free. Like,
so Toku Collector, you know, my buddy Sean in the chat, we got that picked up for him last night because he's got the green the green vigilante.
Denobi, I think you talked about this on your streams regarding the Boba Fett 2-pack and how that's not really going to go anywhere or be a.
Oh, Flash sold out now.
Oh wow!
But that set is like $250, man.
Which Flash?
The Boba Fett 2-pack.
Which Flash
The
is
Boba
it?
2. Wow.
Oh yes.
Oh, the CW Flash
That's
sold
crazy,
out at
dude.
Toys Wonderland.
The Mandalorian on the speeder bike with the Scout Trooper, $230. Like, dude,
Wow. $230.
$230 for that
Wow.
Yeah.
Remember 6 months ago? Remember everybody was loving that 2-pack Boba Fett Deluxe, and it's gonna be the new Grail. Remember that?
Yeah.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
set. Eventually, it might go Grail status. You never know, but
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it will.
I still think it's a great 2-pack. I think it's probably one of the. I think it's this year's strongest. So far, the strongest release this year. I'll still say that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's still strong. That was a strong release. That was a great.
No, it's a good 2-pack. It's a good 2-pack. But the fact that like where we're at now and what Denobi's talking about is like, you know, at the time it's like, okay, this is great. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna hold off later on. Yeah, maybe 5 years from now. Right.
Maybe
Yeah, but I don't think anything is
about
going
us.
to be a Grail like the way it was. Like, oh, an instant Grail. I think what we learned from Paz Vizsla with heavy Mando. I think that was a big lesson. I don't think we're going to see stuff like that again. And then,
Brothers Cousin, weren't you calling? Where are my notes? I think I have you on there calling
Damn,
that
dude.
2-pack. I think
You
I
stalked
did.
everybody.
did. No, I did.
I think you and the.
I did. No, I did. I think it's, but I mean, hey, I admit it. If I was wrong, I was wrong, right? But I do think it will be a Grail, a bit like what Anthony is saying. It will be a Grail eventually, but that will be some years from now. It's not going to be this thing where you're going to see a 2-year turnaround and the prices just shoot up, or it becomes a chase figure like Ray or anything like that. I don't think that. I don't think that's going to happen as much anymore. I don't.
It's probably going to be closer to 5 years.
Yeah,
And there's
I
a
agree.
lot of information. You know, this is one of the reasons on earlier multiple live streams on my channel. I ragged on it on that 2-pack of Boba Fett, and it was a joke. That whole set was a farce for multiple reasons. The fact that it was pre-ordered on hype at the time, right? And it was also clearly affected by the way the show ended. The show was a joke, right? The show was a joke. It was affected by that. Then it was also affected by multiple SKUs. When you have a product that in retail that has multiple, because remember that 2-pack of Boba Fett, when people saw how the show just stunk, they're like, you know what? I'm going to save some money. I'm just going to go ahead and get that single pack now, right? You saw a lot of that within the community where they were just kind of downsizing in an already Boba Fett heavy skewed environment. We're up to what, 5 Boba Fetts now? If you include the quarter pounder, the one that everybody swears that they love, that they know that they're probably either canceled or because they know that they're not gonna. It's too many Boba Fetts. The only reason I like this black shiny chrome one because it's a Toyfair Hunt exclusive and makes me feel like Kraven the Hunter. Oh, get to go after
something a little exclusive and
right.
Yeah, it's too many. Oh, there's not enough Boba Fetts. Bullshit.
Boba
Fett is not immune. It's too many Boba Fetts, so when no one's looking, collectors are like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep the Boba on the throne room and I'm gonna do this and so forth. But
what do you think is gonna happen with that figure, with the Boba on the front?
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna stink right as a pig warmer right next to the 2-pack of Boba Fett that you can go on Sideshow now. You can buy 6. You know, you can buy 6 of them. You can't get rid of this stuff now. It's on eBay. It's on you know, the website, you know, TW. And because I made a promise to the audience, you know, people already, hey, are you gonna, you know, remember 𝗕𝗏𝗧, if it fell below $400, you're gonna buy the set and you're gonna travel to the Mojave Desert and you know, I'm gonna get on my knees, I'm gonna build a Sarlacc pit, I'm gonna bury the fat fucker in the sand. And just as I'll keep my word, I ordered the Boba Fett off of TW with shipping for $303, and it'll arrive in. I think I picked the slowest shipping because I can't travel to the Mojave Desert right now because it's too dangerous because of the heat. So I picked the slowest shipping so that it'll arrive on August, and I'll make a joke out of it. I'll write a script. I'll get a couple of the ficing characters. I'll have like Woody do a ceremonial burial. I'll have, you know, MJ out there doing a, you know, pop number. I'll do something out in the desert. It'll be fun. You know, the kids will love it, you know. But I did buy the TW 2-pack of Boba Fett because I knew if you looked at the numbers, it wasn't adding up. It's no.
Well, Mandalorian Huntress, my dear, just informed us the Scout Bike set is back to $405, and the 2-pack is back at $439 now. I didn't know that you messaged me.
Wonder if it was a glitch.
No, I think they just did it, and then now it's
yeah. I got mine. I paid, so I got my invoice receipt. I got it for $303 with the slow ship. So let's see if TW fulfills their commitment to me. I don't need it back.
They have to at this point, right? I mean, you know,
absolutely.
That was my concern, is that, like, you know, that's going to be a problem for a lot of people. Like, you can't like screw up everybody, right? Because then everybody's going to be like, yo, what the fuck? You know,
so we were talking earlier about low batches, right? And one of the keys to that is an early release. The Boba on Throne is due to come out, I think, in October through December, by the end of the year. If we see that early, say we see it in September or October, would you guys think that that'll be another low batch release? Yeah,
if you're a smart collector, you absolutely would have taken that non-refundable deposit hit. I'm like, what? How many? I'm telling you, do we have a count? It's too many damn Bobas, and then you throw this semi-chase grail Toyfair San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and it's based on the Boba Fett that we all secretly are in love with anyway, the Jeremy Bullock version from the classic trilogy. Empire. We all pretend like we're in love with Tamora Morrison, but we all deep down know, like, you know, this is really the one that's going to hold value.
Very true.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Very true. Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, well, okay, so we know that those are back, so thank you, Mandalorian Huntress, for that, because I didn't know that they did come back. They're up on the price, but those other ones, though, even like a shitload of Marvel, are just, I just, you know, I wonder about that kind of stuff, because then I'm like, you know, is there, you know, is the market, I mean, obviously the rest of the world notwithstanding, what, do you think the market for Hot Toys is just plummeting? Because I've noticed it as well, just in, like, you know, buy sell trade groups and stuff, like, you guys know, like, everything's like dirt freaking cheap. So it's like, what do we, you know, do we bother even, you know, buying stuff retail, or do we just, like you said, wait and find a deal, and then just, I mean, I feel like the whole market's screwed up right now.
It is.
But the dirt cheap figures are just the ones that are in stock, though, yeah? I mean, anything that you can get pretty much off the shelf from any retailer right now. I think those are just collectors that may have buyer's remorse settle in after a couple of months.
There's a lot of that, but there's also a lot of older figures really cheap. I mean, like, I couldn't even, for example, really get rid of my Marvel figures. Like I just couldn't. Like I'd have to give them away. Like I sold them pretty cheap, you know.
It'll switch because you're not going to be able to say that when you're being thrusted the Sinister Six from Spider-Man No Way Home. It's not gonna, those rules. So that's the thing. You just have to be able to adapt your schematics, your algorithms, your analytics, because you can't go into using that when you have Doc Ock, the very first licensed Otto Octavius with Alfred Molina, the licensed Green Goblin Deluxe, the licensed Electro based off of Jamie Foxx. There's just, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able, that math isn't going to hold up on those Marvel characters. It just, you know, if you want to use the Endgame recipe, yeah, sure, I'll agree with you on that. You know, Endgame just took too damn long, and by then,
right, we're still waiting for Loki. It's not even done.
Nail in the coffin. Yeah, but let's not forget, Spider-Man No Way Home was a $2 billion film, and merch sells with that film. I mean, Spider-Man is huge overseas too.
Oh yeah, and no doubt, like even here in the States, like people who are really into Spider-Man or just the movie Spider-Man, you're right. Like you're going to be able to build essentially the Sinister Six, right? You know, give or take. Like that's going to be a sick ass display for people who are really into that. So it's not like it's dead. And you're right. Things have these bb and flows, right? So certain times. Marvel's hot, certain times Star Wars is hot, DC's just
but it was and again it's not that Hot Toys, the company itself, knew how to predict the future. They just kind of went overboard and greedy with certain endgame characters like Fat Thor. Like who the fuck, like who wants that? Like I never understood that. Who wanted, or Smart Hulk, like really? Or the multiple versions of Thanos. It was just stupid. And then they did a reissue batch on Thor, on the Infinity War Thor. Did they do a second batch on Captain America from Endgame? Did they do? Or was it
so many Endgame caps? I just think
they made so many.
They just got greedy with Endgame, and they ended up killing that specific Marvel market. So I won't disagree with anybody. Yeah, they did that onto themselves. But then Hot Toys would then tell the judge while they're being, persecuted, well, we didn't know the end of the world was going to, fall, because they made a shitload of those Mark 50s. There's going to be so many Mark 50s. It's never, I mean, certain, and everybody thinks that everything with Hot Toys goes up in value. Sometimes it doesn't. I can tell you right now, the battle version of Thanos or even the Infinity War version of that, those will may never break above its retail price. No.
And same with Star Wars. Jay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I totally agree with that. But I think what it also, and I've been saying this, and I say this on my channel a lot, it really comes down. I mean, for me, I wanted Fat Thor because, like I said, I wanted everything that I saw on the screen, because Endgame, that movie means something to me. That's just what it is. Buy stuff that you want. If you want it, that's fine. Don't buy, and yes, we want to get it for a good price. But my whole thing is, if you're buying stuff to try to flip stuff, this is the wrong hobby for you. Yeah, it's not for you at all. Because look what we're seeing. I mean, I learned my lesson with quarter scales. I learned my lessons with recently with the quarter scale Mando. I had it. I realized it didn't fit my collection. I tried to sell it, and I took a hit on it. I really took a big hit on it just to get rid of it. So, I mean, it's just where we're at right now. Nothing is really selling like that whole thing. You're going to get something. You buy something for, I don't know, a $350 figure, and you'll sell it in a year or two for about $400 to $500. That's not happening right now. It's just not. It's going to take time. If it's not one of those older, Star Wars figure, if it's not something from like New Hope, or Boba, or not a Boba, but if it's not like a Han and Chewie 2-pack or something like that, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get that big money for it.
So Jay, wouldn't it be worth the wait to see if that actually happens rather than trying to get rid of it now in the current climate of collecting? I mean, especially for your quarter scale Boba Fett. I mean, is that something you would have thought about sitting on for a while to see if it appreciates the value rather than just taking the hit?
Absolutely. I think waiting is absolutely waiting is the best game, because that quarter scale, when that Boba comes, well, it depends on a lot of like Denobi was just saying, a lot of people fell out of love with Boba because of that whole thing of it being the show kind of killed it. So it's going to be interesting when that quarter scale Boba Fett comes out, who's going to go after that, and then going to go after the quarter scale Mando. Because you're going to have those people that want both of them together. You're still going to have a lot of those guys too.
Well, I think at the end of the day, there's obviously there's a figure for everybody, but in the grand scheme of things, like when you're looking at it through I guess it's all different opinions, right? Like, because like for me, if it's like Star Wars, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna probably get it. It's Star Wars. But when I was collecting Marvel, for example, there was a lot of shit I was gonna pass on. And while I think there's just tastes, to Denobi's point, like when I was collecting Marvel, I did not get Endgame Thor, because I had Gladiator Thor from Ragnarok, and to me, I'm like, okay, that was my Thor, that was badass. I don't need this fat Thor personally, even though I liked Endgame. But I was just not like, I need to get it. You know what I'm saying? Or gosh, like half the MCU. I was like, well, do I really need, I don't know, Captain Marvel? Not particularly. But with Star Wars, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get it. So it just depends on your tastes. But Mario, I'm sorry, you're about to say something?
No, I lost my train of thought actually. No,
did I fuck you up, man?
No. To be honest, I mean, just in regards to Denobi's statement about who's picking up like some of the Fat Thor and the Smart Hulk. For me personally, I'm still like, I've got them on Flex right now, but I'm kind of like reconsidering, just because I found them at a better deal, and I got to see whether or not if it's worth for me to take the hit on the NRD. But anyway, I did plan to pick those up just because I want that. We all talked about Endgame. I just want the original 6. Right, but in there, I don't think that all 6 of them are definitive, but in their most current setup,
the most recent,
recent, yeah, exactly,
like Endgame, since that's
right, exactly, and I think that's the last time we're going to see them all together in something like that. So for me, for the vision that I have for my display, is that I wanted to set up that Avengers on one side and just do like the Justice League like right next to them, adjacent,
right?
So something like that. I just think it would just look pretty sweet as a general display.
I think in a lighter words, Miles Dyson is basically saying over 10 years of MCU, there were 10 versions or more of pretty much every character. So it's a huge commitment. So I can see why you're not going to get like every single, unless you're like, fuck yeah. Like I seen somebody today on Facebook. I don't remember who they were. So, no shout out. I don't know. But somebody on Facebook posted like every fucking Captain America and like, you know what I'm saying, in a cool display. Everyone, he doesn't, not one he did not have. And I was like, okay, that's pretty dope. But you have to like really fucking like Captain America, right? So that's the thing. Like we all have, whatever we like.
It's a commitment, dude.
That's a commitment. It's a commitment, and it's hard for like myself and Mario. We're primarily Star Wars. Jay's got a little bit of everything. And Denobi, your toes are in every property. But it's like, okay, you have shit that I would probably never get. Mario's, it's not true with Mario. I'd take everything he has.
Yeah, look, and again, with going back to Hot Toys and the whole Endgame situation, it was just, it's their defense, and I'll accept it. It's just, it was bad timing. There was the last film, the last contract to a lot of these actors, leaving the MCU, moving on to better things. So they were absolutely milking it. I just didn't like that they were milking it to like the 9th level. There was just no reason to have so many different versions of Thanos. There was the whole situation with like doing another batch. Like, no, stop with the second or extended batches and just move on. They got greedy with the Mark 50. They got greedy with the with the more extended batches of Captain America. Smart Hulk, I felt it was already trending through most channels that it was one of the least liked characters of Hulk. So they kind of doubled down on that. Why would you want to buy Fat Thor when you have Thor: Love and Thunder with an epic,
like now, like if you're getting into it,
absolutely,
and then when Fat Thor was released, when he was finally released, it was just at a time when the market was starting to swing into Star Wars, and look, I get it how the American Hot Toys collectors community, they kind of feel that Marvel is stagnant in their eyes. The truth of the matter is that Marvel is still extremely popular around the world. There's a reason why Hot Toys will still keep making Iron Man suits with the comic book version, with the suit, the Hydra Stomper, right, from the What If series. There's a huge demand for that. I'm still standing near the corridor to the escape pod for Star Wars, because for me, I still believe Star Wars is walking on a thin sheet of glass, and every time they keep releasing one of these watered down shows, boy, there's cracks that are showing on that surface, and just like that, the market could crash. We've already started to see signs on it on the secondary market already. Stuff that, I'm going to pat myself on the back. I called it. Some of those live streams from 6 months ago, Anthony, haven't aged so well.
No, that's true.
No, I'll give you a problem. You did call it. And you did. And it's seeing, the divisiveness with Obi-Wan right now. I'm just going to be real interested to see what happens with the line. It's going to be real.
I think what it comes down to is that, okay, if you love the character, so there's different layers to all of this is what it comes down to. Okay, if you love the character, right, you're gonna buy it no matter what. But then there's others, and we're all victims of it, where, oh, you got that figure. Well, shit, why did Mario buy that figure? Oh, you think it's pretty fucking cool? Well, shit, maybe I want it. Not in like a poser thing, just when you hear other people or other, peers or members of the community saying, oh, this is really good, and then you end up getting it, which we've all seen, all four of us, time and time again. And again, this isn't to discredit, like, let's say, Smart Hulk, right? I saw a ton of people buy him. Yeah. And those same people have already sold him. Yeah. Which is not to say he's a bad figure, because if you really like that or you want to complete your endgame line, it's fucking cool, man, because it looks sick, right? You love that. But that's what I'm saying. The other layer of the community is that where it's like, shit.
It happens to the best of us. It happened to me, not with Smart Hulk. I actually like Smart Hulk, but it happened to me with Venom, because I remember I walked in my room one day and I was like, why the hell did I was like, I'm not feeling it. And then another one is like right around the corner. I really don't need this right now. But it was that time. Oh, it's sold out on Sideshow. It waitlisted. Oh, we got to get it all. And then it did look good. It did, for that time, it looked good. But then I was like, I really don't need this. Damn, I got caught. It happens. It happens to the best.
Oh, I've done it. I've done it too. Like for a while, I was like, well, not. Can I defend myself? We all fuck up. We all make mistakes. But no, I'm trying to justify my actions here, because to my own credit, I've never bought into the one-offs. In the sense that, oh, these are great, like Alita. I was like, well, I don't fucking need it. I don't need an Alita. Everybody's like, this figure's great, amazing, right? You guys, I know Denobi, you have her. Mario has her. I don't know if you have her, Jay.
No, I don't.
But I was like, I'm cool, or other ones like Hellboy. I didn't get. Everybody's like, dude, this fucking badass, got a skeleton body, da. I was like, nah. But I sure as fuck have bought into the hype for some Marvel shit, But I'm also like, I've been a comic book reader my whole life too, and I do enjoy the movies for the most part. But it's like we all do it. We all do it, And then months later, you're like, sometimes not even months, bro. Weeks later, you're like,
Yeah, I did the same recently with the Golden Armor Wonder Woman, with the deluxe one. I mean, I saw all the reviews coming in, right? But the thing is that I went ahead and dropped the pre-order on it because I'm like, I really liked what it was seeing, and in my mind, I'm like, this is. I still think it's unique. I still think it's a niche figure. But after thinking about it and looking at the direction of how I'm collecting, I'm like, I can't do it. It doesn't make sense for me to hold on to this one. if it's something that, because I don't want to expand on anything outside regarding Wonder Woman outside of JL, you know. So I'd rather just keep that version and you know, not have, because then all that's going to do is that, okay, got this one, shit, I should have got this one, and then I should have got that one. Exactly. Because that's how stupid that I get, you know. So I got to keep myself in check regarding that, man. So, but yeah, like you said, we all make mistakes.
I think because at the end of the day, I think we got like 120 in here right now, man. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to everybody here if you've not. But out of all of us, chat included, we're all collectors at the bottom of the line. You're not sitting here watching me right now if you're not a collector. You know, you're not on the panel if you're not a collector. So that's all one thing we have in common. But it's just like, we all go through that. I go through this on a fucking daily, almost hourly basis, dude, not gonna lie, where I'm like, you know, you start looking at your collection, you're like, well, maybe I'm gonna change this shit up a little bit, or no, I can't do that, I'm so deep into Star Wars. Or then you look like, you know, what Mario's saying, oh, this golden armor woman, you know, Wonder Woman looks badass. It's like, for me, it's like Kingdom Come, Alex Ross style. Even though the movie was, you know, whatever, it's like, oh, cool, but then what? Oh, well, you know, it'd be really cool if I get the other Wonder Woman to pair with her, like kind of have like this elevated display. Then you're like, fuck, so now my toes are in DC. Oh, well, shit. Or what about the Arkham games? I love the Arkham games. There's a whole lot, you know, and you're like, oh, fuck. And that's just the little DC stuff. Not talking like getting back into Marvel or whatever else, or, you know, I'm looking, like I said, these damn toys, Resident Evils, which I'm going to get those, but it's not like a crazy line, you know. But
it's even like
saying there's a big line.
But it's even like that with Star Wars now, because there's like two different SKUs in Star Wars. You have like, they're still making some OT figures every now and then. Snowspeeder Luke. Then you have the Mandalorian, which is almost it's a line. It's Star Wars, but it's like its own line as well.
Huge line, that one. Yeah.
A huge line. Now you got the damn Clone Wars. And it's like, I hear a lot of people talking about they're gonna get with the troopers, with the speeder bikes and all that other stuff. I'm like, where are people gonna put all this stuff? I see a lot of people buying into that stuff too, and then falling out of it after a couple of months after it releases as well, because it's like, especially now that they're making those big vehicles, you're talking about more space. You're talking about either investing in the 𝗦𝗔𝗩𝗘 cases, and then there's other vehicles coming out. You're gonna get that. And then get the Ecto one as well. Like how where's
you see? Okay, just to give you perspective, I'm a full screen. Do you see how crammed my shit is right now? I've got like figures everywhere, and then up here I got a couple Darth Mauls. I got the Stap. I'm like, I rearranged today. That's what I was doing today. I was rearranging everything, and people were wondering probably like, oh, well, why is this shelf empty? Well, the shelf essentially is going to be my Jabba. You know, that 6-skill Jabba. So I had to make room. But the point is, this is all Star Wars, right? And I'm like, you're right. Jay's right. You're like, Star Wars itself, you have to almost do that with. You're like, fuck, do I get to prequels? Do I get to sequels? Do I get the OT? Do I just get Clone Wars? Or fuck, what about Mando? Dude, I need 2 shelves right now, dude, for Mando. I have every fucking Mando ever released. And I'm like, that shelf, and I was telling Zenobia, I was like, that shelf is, you know, fucking me up. I'm like, okay. It's crowded, so space is an issue. Then, like you guys are saying, like I still am dead set in getting 2 Return of the Jedi speeder bikes. I'm not getting them today. Fuck no, I'm gonna wait a long time. I'm gonna wait for a deal. You know what I mean? But there's 2 big vehicles, and then if you're into Clone Wars, you guys got 2 BARC speeders coming. You've got that ATRT that they're gonna release.
That's coming.
I'm saying. You've got the episode 1 Stap. The episode 1 Stap is coming, right? So you're just kind of like, you really do have to, you know, even within Star Wars, you almost may pick a property within a property. You know, it's very, and it sucks because, like, for me, I love my display, and I know Mario, you love your Star Wars as well, but it's like, you can't help but think sometimes, you're like, damn, if I wasn't so deep in one line, maybe I could kind of like what Jay has behind him. Like, that's badass.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That's been on my mind lately. I mean, like, what if I just dwindled everything down and just hold on to OT? That was my original focus.
Same thing. That's what I was saying. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, yeah. I mean, I'm there. I'm right there with you, man. Same. I was thinking the same thing, dude. But I think until,
that's a lot.
Yeah, until space truly runs out, then I really got to make a decision. Then I'll probably do something, but who knows? Who knows what that'll be?
And I'm not gonna say it has to do with the money. I don't want to come off because I'm fucking broke, straight up. But you have to think as a collector, so I don't want to come off sounding snobby. But it feels at this point where it's not even the money, it's the space. You know what I'm saying? You get to a point where you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the money's there too. It's tough. You got to plan accordingly and what, sure. But it's just like, holy shit, right? You're right. Like, what if you were just OT? Because there's stuff I want too, man. Those Blitzway Ghostbusters, especially if they make new ones. Some RoboCop shit. I have my Marty. I'm waiting for the DeLorean. That's coming. Again, whatever. But everybody else is talking about the barks and all that stuff. Yeah, Jazz Inc. Snow Speeders. Someone CT603 is mentioning 3 feet by 3 feet. If that's your jam, you know what I mean. That's killer, bro. That's killer. But V818 was wondering, hey Mario, how many figures do you have in your 𝗦𝗢𝗠𝗘 cases?
As of right now, probably like around between these 4 stacks, you're like around 90 or so, 90 something. So
almost
too
100
many.
right there.
Almost 100. Yeah.
And that's through 4 𝗦𝗢𝗠𝗘 cases.
Yeah, 4 high.
That's not bad.
Yes, sir.
Because 𝗕𝗏𝗏's got a shitload of 𝗦𝗢𝗑 cases.
And I still can't display everything, man, which freaking sucks on top of that too, man. So it's like, what do I want to dedicate the shelf space to? Because I have so much other cool shit too that I also want to display. But right now the current season, it's all Star Wars, and this is where my heart is at. And so
right.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jason's Trek's right. Yeah. So with me, I have everything X06. That's what I do for work. So, but that's out in the living room. And I do have 𝗦𝗢𝗑 cases coming specifically for that. So I'm fortunate in that sense, but then it's like with everything else, it's like Jay, I know you were talking about maybe trying to build another display yourself, right?
Yeah, in the other room, because this is like my office right here, but in the other room where I have like most of the vehicles, like the 89 Batmobile and all that, and the Jazz Inc. cockpit, I'm thinking about doing what you did, getting the muscle racks. Shout out to I think his name what's his name? I forget his name, but try to get him on the show at some point. But I know he's another collector, but he did pretty much the same thing you did with taking the muscle racks and adding the acrylic to them. I think that's what I'm going to do for all like my big vehicles, especially like that Ghost. I
should have made a video. I know. I've had this shit for like 2 years, but
I know.
I keep telling people. Well, here's the thing. I was like, you know what? I'll make a video on it. And then I never did. And the reason why is because I was debating on buying a 3rd shelf. And I was like, well, if I buy a 3rd shelf, then I'll just record and document it all. Because I did not with these. So I was like, and I'm still kind of like on this fence. But you're right. No, it helps. It's an alternative if you don't mind, tinkering and building. So CT603 is doing it right now. He's doing a bunch of cool shit. Custom, casing. Or as, a lot of us as well, we have 𝗦𝗢𝗠𝗘 cases too. That's a great alternative. So, it's just, and with DTOFs, bro, it's like, it's not fucking worth it anymore. One, because you just don't have space, really. And now that they're $100, it's like, is this really, choice?
If you can find
it up anymore.
No.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, he just said I spent the day in the attic organizing boxes in numerical order. No slacking. Dude, seriously, Mario, you got your shit all organized too.
It's getting there. I'm still working on it. So it's still work in progress, bro. All of this will be resting here. These Mandalorian troopers, they're going down to the bottom shelf. This will all be the rest of the Return of the Jedi line. And then got to get the Mandalorian shit up and repack everything that's down here. And it's just, it never ends, man. Sometimes it sucks.
Yeah, no, it never ends. Best Car Kid says I have room for 400 figures and about 20 to 25 vehicles.
Damn.
I'll start conversion on another room once I start getting close to max capacity.
Damn, bro.
So you're future proof.
That's big time.
And dedicated.
Absolutely.
Well, and the same with you, 𝗕𝗏𝗏, right? You have more cases coming.
I got more cases coming. I was working today, and you can't see behind my chair, but there's boxes, and I've been moving stuff and organizing.
Yeah, a little bit. I see that.
Yeah, so I've been kind of vetting as to which. Yeah, if you can kind of see, I've been kind of vetting some stuff, going through some of the older boxes, which art boxes are worth keeping, which ones are worth chucking. If I have a Hot Toys figure that's approaching 10 years, the odds are I'm probably never going to sell it, or the value may have changed. So I'm starting to chuck art boxes and shippers, and I spent the last couple hours with this right here. This is my 𝗣𝗦𝗧𝗦. I'm gonna just tell everybody straight out: just avoid the stupid spotlights that require LED drivers. It's a pain in the butt, because after I've had my module cases for so long that after a few years, these stupid little drivers right here, they just burn out. These little things here.
Shit.
And it's an LED. Yeah, but you don't get that with the LED strips. It's only the stupid spotlights that require the driver. And the stuff that they sent you is so cheap. They just burn out, and then they have a history already of burning out after 2 to 3 years. So what happens is that these module cases are heavy, so it's tough to get behind it. So I'm trying to contemplate whether or not to change it into a striplet. I love the spotlights inside the Palace for 𝗣𝗑, but it requires an LED driver, which I have to now wait to get from Amazon so that I can do the modifications. And it's just a mess. And then I'm also waiting for my Max 40s, and I'm annoyed with Module Space or Case. What are they being? They're called Module Space now, right? That's their name now. Module
Space.
Space.
They changed it up.
So they're bragging. So they're bragging about their new build-ins and their contests and all this stuff. F that. Get my order in so that I can get this last cabinet. This is one of my last IKEA cabinets. I want to get that out of there so that I can start future-proofing, so that I can start anticipating vehicles coming in and so forth. And then on this side here, I got to start working on this side. This is, you can't even see it, but it's my DC side over here. I'm trying to look. It's a mess over here. It's my DC, the Hall of Armor. So I wanna work on those boxes up there. I'm gonna have
that right there. So are those the DF120s and the DF60s on the sides?
Yes, but
okay, that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. So I got to.
Denobi, how's how much depth do you have left over with the Hall of Armors after that display? Basically, you think they'll fit in this? You think they'll fit in the 6 Series?
This is a custom Hall of Armor. This is a one of a kind.
Oh, those are not the stock ones. All right.
Yeah, that right there is a. Remember, this is one of the ones that. Let me see here.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is the. Remember, that's
the ones you had custom. I remember those.
Yeah.
Oh, which ones?
That Hall of Armor.
Those ones. That.
Oh yeah,
Hall of Bright.
Hall of Armors. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that's staying. Yeah, the company that made that they went bankrupt, and they're no longer. So that's now turned into a one of a kind art. That's it. They made it. They were desperate for work at the time. They were doing custom jobs at the time. This is like 2014 or 13, 10 years ago. And I ended up reaching out back to them back in 2016 or 17, and they were gone. They were based out of Washington State. Small little.
Oh yeah, so that's just that's it.
That was
that's
it.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. That was it. So I'm like, oh, I'm never going to sell this thing. Then this thing's with me for.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Are you? I saw somewhere in the chat. I don't remember who set it up in the chat there. That do you have any plans of doing like a center room display there in the center, or just leaving that open?
No, the center always has to remain open for filming. Always.
Yeah.
Either filming or just it's a good work area of space, especially when it comes to like large unboxings, like unboxing a Ecto one as an example. It's good to have plenty of space to work around with and not be constricted to tight corners, stuff like that, especially away from because I have pets, so for the most part, the pets, my dogs are typically never allowed up here, but I don't kick them. I mean, sometimes they'll come up here and they'll snoop and they'll get spooked and they'll leave. But yeah, for the most part, it's managing the space right now. It's managing the space. My attic and my garage is already packed. You can that hole on the ceiling there. That's I have an escape hatch there, so all the larger big boxes will go up there. But I've just started throwing away shit. I'm like, if it's an older figure, especially from like Marvel, that I'm pretty sure, like, I have certain pieces that if I ever need to fundraise, I don't need to really rely on Hot Toys anymore for fundraise or anything like that. I have, so I can, so for me to keep and that's just for me. That's only because I've been doing this for so long. I've just started throwing. I've gotten rid of shippers. I don't use shippers anymore. That eliminated a lot of space. The brown shipper. Then if it's an old art box, yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Well, if you're not going to get rid of them, it's like, well, fuck it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Why would I? Yeah. So for example, I threw away the Thor Avengers box from the very first movie, 2012.
Oh,
I mean, there's been so many
people
Thors,
buy those, right?
What?
People buy those boxes, right?
They do it, and on occasion I'll sell it, but I just chuck them. But Anthony, I think you know this. Here in the U.S., we're probably one of the smaller minorities that actually keeps the art boxes and shippers.
Yeah. The rest nobody in Asia keeps the shit.
They throw them away.
Okay.
They don't have a room.
Yeah, in the UK, Europe, and so forth. Yeah, I rented an Airbnb when I was up there for a family that's supposed to house 4 people. It was probably as big as this room. What I have here in my loft. Yeah, so that whole thing of saving boxes and arts, that's a privilege that we have here in the U.S. Rest of the world, nope.
Yeah, they just throw it away.
They throw it away.
Yeah.
They'll bag it, they'll Ziploc bag it, or they'll use accessory cabinets, and they'll catalog and stuff like that. But no, that's something.
Yeah, because we do have the luxury here in America. We got big places for the most part.
Yeah.
Compared to, like you're saying, in Europe or in Asia, like they're tiny living spaces.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
and
the
if
hell
you
are gonna do
talk
with all these boxes?
yeah, and again, not to pick on it, but I talked to two people. I have a couple of friends in Hong Kong, and I tell them, like, yeah, here in America, we're so hard on about say we'll do remote storages, and they laugh about that. Like, really? That doesn't seem very. That's what they do out here. I don't do remote storage, but it doesn't make any sense for me. But
no, if it's just boxes, what the hell? Because I know, Mario, you have yours, but you got so much shit, no room. But it's figures and statues, so it's like. But there are people that just get storage for boxes. It's like, yo.
Yep.
Why? Yeah.
That's get rid of that shit.
Get rid of that. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. What are you going to sell it in an already saturated market? The market's going to be saturated for the next couple years. There's not going to be unless you have older Marvel or DC or even Star Wars from like Tarkin or Vader. Everything else is either at retail or below. So there's no more flipping anymore, guys. I'm telling you, that's not at least for the next several years. You've already seen what the Star Wars figures. Some of these Hong Kong shops are liquidating them.
It's insane. Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. Because I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? We have our boxes until we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, Jay, you're probably running out of some space too, I'm sure.
I mean, where I'm at in my basement, how the way this basement is built is so many crevices. Like, I have attics that I haven't even utilized. We just moved in this house like 3 years ago. This is a lot of house for us. Now that we have a little one, that definitely is going to change. But we also have an area where that's in the basement supposed to have been it was supposed to be like a kitchen, or not a kitchen, but for like dryers and stuff like that. I use that space. It's real deep too, and I use that space for like most of my boxes and stuff. And then I also have a cabinet that's actually supposed to be a closet. It's like sliding doors. That's where like all my boxes are. So I keep all those there. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't know. I just like having the box because I mean, me being a graphic designer, that's like my thing. So that's just me. But if it ever came down to it, like if it's something that I know that I'm gonna keep, yeah, I mean, I would have to. Yeah, it was no problem to get rid of it. It's like, if I'll cross that bridge when I need to at this point. But yeah, I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet. But I'm also a person where I don't like things cluttered. It's crazy.
That's how it drives me nuts.
Yeah, so that's where it's like once I feel kind of like when I like I've been collecting for years. When I collected Toy Biz and McFarlane back in the 90s, it got to the point, and I mean, of course, I was a young collector. I didn't have money for detals. I don't even know if detals were a thing back then. But I know it got to the point where I had figures all around. I had more figures than clothes than anything, and I just felt trapped. And I was just like, okay, I need to get rid of this shit. I just can't do it anymore. And then I moved to, I grew up. I moved to Hot Toys, and then was getting the proper place, having them properly displayed. But even my wife is like that. My wife allows it, but she only allows it if it looks neat. Once this starts looking like clutter and it's just too much and shit all over the place, then it's time to liquidate. It's time to get rid of stuff.
Oh yeah, I get that. Scarpad's Comics Trek, dude, what's going on, my man? He says, I just started collecting with the X06 Trek figures. Awesome, dude. I'm keeping the box for the extra parts. What do you guys do to keep your parts? And I use Ziploc bags or totes, fishing tackle totes, things like that. Keep in mind, there's a QR code on the back. I obviously have to say this because I make the videos, but there's a QR code on the back of every X06 figure, and if you scan that with your phone, it's going to take you to the instructional videos. That's what I do for the company. So keep those for that purpose only, or if obviously you can go to the YouTube site itself to see the videos. But dude, those are awesome, man. So it's congrats on that. And yeah, we store them however you can. That's what I like to do. If I have a box, I open it up, whatever it is, take all the accessories. If it's cheaper, just throw them in a Ziploc bag, maybe put a Sharpie on it, write the name of the figure, call it a day. Then the boxes are just stored away. However, whatever you do with your box is up to you at that point. But then I just have a bunch of bags in like a larger tote, and I can just flip through them. Or like I said, the tackle boxes work right now. Some better than others, like lightsabers or larger accessories are kind of hard to put in some of those. So you have to kind of like shop around, look at some, and be like, oh, okay, this is gonna work really good for me. Some work better than others. I'm sure you guys follow the same suit on that.
Absolutely.
I'm not going through boxes, bro.
All my shit stays in the box, dude. Everything stays in the box.
Really? Oh my god, that's crazy.
Everything. I don't do any of that. The thing is that I don't. That's more space that's gonna get taken up, in my opinion. Considering that, Jay, I get it. I get it, man. But it's like, I just can't do it.
Go ahead and show it again, Jay. I full screened you. So there you go, right there. That's a perfect example of what we're talking about for storing your stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go.
But the thing too,
I use those.
Oh, there you go. Another good one. Good one. With Mario though, you cycle your collection, and I get that, because if you put it back in storage or whatever, you're like, oh shit, where's the bag? Or
yeah.
Which I get.
All that shit, man. Keep the wraps, keep all the plastics, everything, man. It's all there as if it were brand new.
Now, you know what? Not to be abrupt, we're probably going to cut it short here in a couple minutes, but I want to ask you guys something completely unrelated. Okay, so, hey, there's 120 in here. Go ahead and hit that like, man. Subscribe if you haven't. We're on road to 2K here on the channel, and obviously everybody on the panel tonight, their links are in the description below. But if you're not interested into this, totally okay. I'm not really, but I'm curious because it's news. Denobi, you mentioned something on it. I don't know if Mario's aware of it. I don't know the whole gravity of the situation here. But Hasbro's been like doing that the past 2 years. Like, they were like, hey, we're doing away with plastics. And I had noticed that like you had shown something recently, right? You picked up like a whatever Mandalorian stuff, right? So there's is that blanketed like for all their figures now? Because what about people like Mario who just bailed out? Like, he's got a ton of those figures still sealed on card, right? Like we have done for decades on display that we don't open. Is this, is this just, they're gone? They're done with this shit now? It's just a closed box?
So when I got saw the figures, I wasn't aware of that, and then I did a little bit of digging and so forth. So, and I should have put two and two together. So when I was in France, right, plastic is banned, whole country. So when plastic is outlawed. It's illegal, and it's being carried on over to the United Kingdom. So when you go to McDonald's, like in France, the straws are paper, and the forks, knives, and spoon are wooden. It's kind of cool. It's wooden spoons. So, and when you go inside supermarkets, you are expected to bring your own shopping bags. And if you did not recycled, or you bought a organic, hemp woven shopping bag, you do have to buy one. Or like we learned the second day we were there, you carry the groceries outside, holding them in your hand, cradle style.
Shit.
Yeah, they're really strict about
They don't even
that.
do paper bags?
Yes, but they're expensive. I remember it was like €1, which is more than, or it's about $1. It's about a US dollar. And then so for Hasbro to continue to sell in these regions, there you go.
Oh shit! Is that where you went?
Yeah.
So
there.
Jesus, you guys see this here?
Yeah.
So that's your.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
This is why we collect this shit. Not this. This. All right. Give me the vintage card back. Give me the bubble. Give me the card. Give me the details in the back, just like it was way back in the day. This is the reason why we don't collect. We don't know, man. I'm grateful that these things aren't numbered, right? On the back of these vintage collection cards, they got a number. Here's this one, VC224. This one isn't labeled, so it's not going to bother me as much. But if they start labeling these things and numbering them in the collection like this, it's like, nope, can't do it.
Right, so
Can't
people
do it,
are going
can't
to
do it
pull out,
anymore.
right? I mean, is this?
I will.
This is.
I will. I'll be done. I'll be done, bro. That's it. I can't do it no more.
Yeah. Oh, here's '𝗏𝗏 coming in
Hey.
too. Let's see.
Okay, so these are part of that. I think this is an older weight, right? Or
No,
right,
that just came
Mario?
out.
Battlefront 2.
That just came out.
Yeah.
That just came out.
That just came out. Did this just come out too?
Motherfucker. Yeah, that just came out. Yeah, I haven't gotten it yet. That just came out. Yeah, that new wave is fairly new.
Okay, so then I picked these up here. These.
There you go. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Wow.
So Hasbro, right? They're a company for profit. They're not gonna have two printing presses, one for the U.S. and then one for the rest of the world. So moving forward, right? It's going to be this, because there's no plastic in this. If they want to be able to sell this, which is where I got it. I was on vacation. I was in Europe. If they want to continue to sell it, because they have an X amount of time. Hey, Hasbro, you want to keep selling your products within the EU, right? That's United Kingdom, France, and Poland, some other countries. Then you have to buy this, and I want to say it's by 2024. I gotta go through their financial book, but there's rules. So they've already started preemptively, and they've already started subtle flexing, folks. Oh, really? Is this all?
Yes, it is. We are a little bit. It's very subtle.
No, look. Hey, I only look. I don't chase this, but if it's in my face, I'll buy it, right? But it's weird though, because I have to trust that product in there meets the quality standards, right? Because we all like to look at the windows and make sure the paint layers. But if you want to keep continuing to collect Black Series or the vintage collection, right? This is it, right? Either you drink the Hasbro Kool-Aid, or you collect something else. So
they're fucking gonna lose a lot of money.
Yeah,
Facts. Because listen, they're gonna have their demographic of the kids that are growing up buying toys like we did and opening the boxes and don't give two shits about it. But then their other part of the demographic are the older guys that are collecting these, like Mario on card, right? And want to have those displayed as such. You're out. Dave essentially just lost a potential lifelong customer.
Yeah. So, I've been a Hasbro shareholder since like 2001, and I'll keep saying this again: the Star Wars IP is not one of Hasbro's top 10 moneymakers. It's extremely low. I mean, I want to say I have the financial book here somewhere. It showed up like 18 or 19.
Oh shit!
So when the small little rebel faction of Star Wars collectors like, I'm gonna quit, Hasbro's like, so what? We'll do another Razor Crest or whatever or something. So like the whole thing with that HasLab with the Reva, they're like, we'll teach Hasbro a lesson. It just means that little marketing group isn't going to get their bonus. That's probably spearheading that. That's all that means. I can tell you, Play-Doh is on the top 10 of Hasbro moneymakers.
Wow.
Magic the Gathering, Transformers.
Yeah, they own that shit now, dude.
I didn't realize they own.
Wow. Because Wizards of the Coast bought them out like years ago.
Magic the Gathering for Hasbro they're number one. They print money with Magic. Number one. So
wow,
true.
They're
I
like,
realize that they have that now.
So, and I'm a shareholder. I'm still every now and then I'll pick up these little action figures. But when I keep hearing people like, we're going to teach it, we're gonna boycott, we're gonna sit in the middle of the road and not buy. Hasbro's like, with a cigarette, whatever.
Right? Because they got all these huge money makers like that.
Yeah. My Little Pony is on the top 10.
I knew that was one of
them.
I knew that was fucking one of them.
Yeah, I have shit. If I put the book away because I was reading it, but I know Magic the Gathering. I know Transformers is a part of the top 10. Play-Doh, look, Play-Doh is part of the top 10. All right, but I want to say it's because they have the best way to describe Play-Doh is kind of like when a private contractor picks up a contract with the government to make like a special missile or something. Hasbro has that with Play-Doh with schools, so it's gold. Yeah, with elementary kids and things like that. Hasbro, I mean, Play-Doh is like 3 ingredients, isn't it? So
something they're just making printing money.
So I'm telling you, you're not teaching Hasbro a lesson. They're probably doing it. Remember, Hasbro took a friggin' hit with that sequel trilogy merch. It's only I think recently that they're starting to make some money. I mean, the Razor Crest. You kids out there that slept on the barge. I love my barge.
I love your barge too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Bloodsport Magic would be number one because I didn't even realize they got them.
Magic.
That's right. Because I've been playing Magic since day one. Since Alpha, bro. Like I've been, but I pulled out because I'm like,
yeah,
I got hot toy problems, bro. I can't be fucking buying Magic.
Exactly.
What is Magic, right? It's trading cards, right? They're printing.
They're printing money, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to know me, if this is not gonna happen anymore, then to be honest, to me it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
I could whatever I'm putting towards this can go towards something else. I mean, I've got other collecting problems as well. Just like Anthony alluded to. So it's one less thing to collect. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd still keep all the freaking 300 figures that I still have carded.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, and that's fine. But I mean, if it's not your cup of tea, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I have a small little collection of Black Series because I just think it's fun. I'm not religious with it. I did go through a Star Wars purge 10 years ago. That's how I started collecting Hot Toys because I got tired of the way it was mismanaged. But I still do enjoy, if I see something in front of me, like when I was in London, I got to visit the Forbidden Planet store, and that's where I picked up a couple of the little cards there.
I wish I knew you were there. I would have sent you so much money.
Forbidden Planet, I was actually pretty impressed with, because they actually had a lot of stuff there that is, I knew it was sold out in the US, and it was going for, like, they had brand new Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskulls there for £60. I don't know what the conversion is on that. So,
right?
Yeah, £60, like brand new. I was like, oh my god! But I was already hauling stuff on this trip. That, you know, when I visit other parts of the world, I don't just I go after things that are rare, unique, and, you know, and are different to me. So I'll bring them back, and will travel with an empty suitcase just so that I can bring them back. But I saw these guys here because I had never seen them carded. I'd never seen this before, where they were in boxes. I'm like, this is odd. And just kind of got to see it. So, but that is the industry. In
weird.
California right now, right, Mario? It is still, plastic is banned in California, isn't it?
Not to my knowledge.
Isn't it paper straws, or not yet?
Well, yeah. Paper straws. Yeah, paper straws. Plastic isn't completely banned. I mean, considering that they're like for grocery bags, you got to buy everything now. So they're charging us like a few cents a bag.
Yeah.
You know, so they're encouraging people to buy their own bags and stuff like that. But yeah, some plastics in that case.
Yep. Restaurants aren't using the plastic lids in the cups and things like that. Yeah, so that's already becoming a norm. And
not here. I got a full plastic cup.
Not here in Vegas either. We still, but, you know, it doesn't. It wouldn't bother me. I don't.
I mean, but, I get it for the whole environmental situation. It's just from a collecting standpoint, I'm kind of like, well, you know, you probably let that one slide, right? A lot of people
we
throw this shit away.
Yeah, we do buy hot toys without an actual. I mean, some of them may have windows, but for the most part, you know,
it's a different kind of thing, though.
Yeah, because we open them, you know.
Yeah,
right.
But well, my thing is, collectors don't.
Well, my thing is this. I wonder, you know, in a couple of years, all these figures with the plastic bubble, what the value is going to be like.
That's going to end up going up in value, I'd suspect, right? For the people that want to display them that way.
Yeah. And the problem too is that,
like, I buy extras of these, right? And this is an extra one that I have that I keep, you know, outside of the star case, right? I'm just reconsidering, because I wanted to use these as an opener. Now I'm reconsidering that, you know, just because of that fact. I got so many extras sitting on card right now that I eventually want to do some sort of display with it. But I mean, let's face it, I got no room for that shit right now. But I mean,
but here's the thing too. I was still collecting those bubble 3¾ inch figures from the 2000s, and I had them, and I mean the glue. I remember my Attack of the Clones, because I had them all. After 70, they were falling off anyway. They were degrading. So, and I mean, I had them in big boxes. I had them in the garage, so I didn't. But I mean, they took up a lot of space. So I kept them in the garage, exposed to heat. I don't do that with hot toys, but just even a couple years in, you know, where everybody is like, well, I'll just keep them in storage. I collect the whole wave, and I because they take up a lot of space. So. Most collectors will keep them in the garage, and they just haven't been holding up throughout the years, at least with the box maybe. But again, I get it. It's to hold, you get to view it and so forth. And then I understand too about the resale value. You have to, it's a blind trust, right? Assuming that if you're buying one of these off of eBay now, that there is a figure inside there. Well, the figure that you bought.
Right, like what's in there?
That's another thing too. Exactly. I mean, I know there's not like rat shit in here. You know, so who knows?
I haven't opened mine yet. I don't know what it looks like yet. So I haven't, you know, looked in it. But
and how you know it's not busted either.
Yeah,
I've seen some collectors open these up, and the legs are falling off.
Yeah,
you know, it's already like busted up inside.
And you're certainly not buying it just to collect a box.
Yeah. Hey, look, if Hot Toys wants to eliminate plastic and go back to that eco-friendly foam, some of that recyclable, there's a foam made out of a certain plastic formula that's definitely a lot more better for the environment than these hard plastic bubble shells. I'm all for that too. Give me some paper, reinforced cardboard with some, foam made out of some seaweed or something, or thin.
Yeah, they give us some organic, gluten-free packaging.
I'm all for that.
We're gonna be all, what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. They may. I mean, if it caters. I mean, we've seen already with the whole battery situation in Australia. So,
right.
I miss the old days of Hot Toys. Mario knows what I'm talking about, where it was an experience with foam and the they've gotten cheap
package.
They're using a lot. Look, foam. Yeah, I mean, they're using a ton of plastic right now with Hot Toys. So if they can deliver a better artwork experience with a little bit of organic, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Make it, print it on hemp cardboard, reinforced cardboard hemp. Get some foam on there,
That's true, man. Yeah. No, that's true. So, well, we'll wrap on that, guys. We're hitting almost 220, 230 here on the runtime, but it's good. It's a cool discussion. I was thinking about it because I seen that. I was like, well, wait a minute, because some people collect those as well, and it's interesting because this is changing some things in the collecting world in general. But yeah, before we wrap though, man, what's going on with everybody, man? What's going on with you, Mario, my man?
Other than working on this display, trying to finish up because I'm getting harassed again about her beginning a damn collection tour out. So that's gonna happen. I mean, it's a little bit. It's still a work in progress. I mean, it's gonna happen sometime soon. So after I'm done with this, then I've got some statues coming in that I need to unbox. So I've got a Grail coming in probably at the end of the month or sometime next month. That's gonna be a big one for me. So I'm gonna be looking forward to unboxing that live with everybody, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, but as always, man, thanks for having me on tonight. And yeah, it was great hanging out and discussing all this fun stuff with you guys.
Always my man. And again, 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘 in the link below. If you guys do not subscribe to him already, we got to get you to 1,000, bro, for sure. So everybody's links are here. Of course, and we'll get there. Hey. Like brother Cousins here, my man. What's up, man? You've got the spotlight right now.
Thank you so much. Once again, Anthony, thank you so much for having me. It's been great. It's been an awesome discussion. Oh, man. Love being with you guys. This is great. Saturday Night Live, right?
Always, man.
Absolutely. So what I got going on? I'm going to be on Monday. I keep forgetting about it, but I'm going to be on Monday with 1/6 Focus. I'm going to be on his Visions show, and that's going to be great. So that's going to be on Monday. That's Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern my time. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. That's going to be a great show that I'm going to be doing with him. Then Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a Good Morning Grails. We're going to be unboxing an ultimate Star Wars Grail. That is the Darkside Anakin. So yes, we're going to be unboxing that. That's going to be real fun. And then also we're going to be doing Thursday, we didn't do Best of the Best this Thursday because I wanted to go see Thor, but we'll definitely be doing it this week. So yes, Best of the Best will be back this week on Thursday. And then what else I got going on? Half show Saturdays with Local Lou. I'm the co-host on that. He is now the host. I am the co-host. So yep, that's how that's gonna go. Of course, I'll be on Say What with Lale, And if anything drops, you'll see me. You'll see Anthony, you'll see Mario, you'll see all of us doing videos and everything like that, talking about it, updated videos about whatever comes out. I'm hoping we get Bo-Katan this week. I'm hoping we get her. Who knows? Who knows though? Who knows? But yeah. That's it with me. Thank you for having me, man.
Of course, man. Of course, man. Yes, brother Cousins as well. Come on, I'm sure you guys will subscribe to everybody. But those who may not know, everything's in the links below. And last but certainly not least, man, 𝗕𝗘𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗘, my man.
Oh,
what is up, my friend?
I had a quick question for Mario. Is this out yet, Mario? I'm gonna get Mario to vet this now. Is this one out?
I do not know. I'm not a Black Series collector, so maybe.
I had that one. And then
overseas.
Yeah, and then I needed help with if anybody can find a suitable head for America Chavez so that I can finish this 𝗙𝗙𝗎n here. So this is a 𝗙𝗙𝗎n America Chavez right here, but the head is still a doll. So if there's a suitable, someone can make a suggestion to this. so I can get this, because I don't think we're ever going to get an America Chavez from Hot Toys, but I still would like her posed with Doctor Strange. So I'm rearranging the room. I'm trying to, I got stuff sitting in a corner right now. I got the Anakin on a staff. I got some other stuff there. Right now, it's just honestly just trying to get the room up in par. I may do a different video though. I may do a kit bash unboxing on the Playmobil Knight Rider. I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. The Playmobil released this, and I haven't decided if I want to. Yeah, and it's supposed to. Yeah, and I wanted to. I don't know. It's something different. I get bored unboxing, and then I might do the. I might do an unboxing on this guy right here. This is a. It's a statue piece that's only sold overseas from the Marvel Hotel up in Europe.
Oh wow!
So you can only get this specific. Yeah, see, it's Disney merch. There you go. Can you see that? You can only get this over there. Yeah, I can. So I was like, maybe I'll get this because it lights up. So do something a little bit different.
That's awesome.
Odd little things there, but and I may do a midnight run on Sunday. I haven't decided that yet.
Just tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah, midnight run tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, they've been dropping, right? It seems like the frequency has been picking up with Hot Toys, and it seems like they've been increasing those drops for Monday.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think so. So in other words, if something drops, then yeah, for sure, midnight run.
Yeah, I'll probably discuss some things, but it's always nice that if it drops when I'm on a midnight run schedule, I can kind of flow with it just a little bit better, because I know it's been stressful for a lot of collectors out there, and juggling and trying to navigate the storm that we're in. Some of us may not feel this is it. This is what I was saying last year. All the invoices coming in, all the choices, all the throttling on pre-orders. This is it. This is what. And I stopped pre-ordering, and even I'm like, just kind of stressed over it right now. Especially for space too. Like you had mentioned, Anthony, not to sound privileged or anything, but it's just like, I don't want to open shit up and throw it. Like, to me, it's an experience. I want to have a home
as it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to be able to, have a home for it and so forth. And Star Wars is kicking it up right now. So, I want to be able to devote some more space. I wish 𝗦𝗔𝗩𝗘 would get my order here so that I can step it up.
Hey, hell yeah. So
yeah, future proof, kids. Future proof. Don't do like Mario and corner yourself with those 1/6 scale 𝗦𝗔𝗩𝗘s, man. I'm telling you, you gotta get the space.
They're doing a job. They're doing a job right now.
They're doing their job, but
you're not wrong though, dude. Yeah, you're not wrong in regards.
We got vehicles coming in, man. We got those Bark speeders and AT walkers and whatever shenanigans are going to be shown to us at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm sure there's going to be more fucking vehicles. Yeah.
It's very fucking true. So, well, all right, everybody in the chat, thank you guys for tuning in this evening, man. We'll be back obviously next Saturday. What's going on with me? I don't know. Work. I've been busy making videos for work, but if some stuff drops this week, we'll probably do a morning show once or twice this week, depending on the news, and of course Saturday night streams. And we'll go from there. So hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend, and stay safe out there, and we will see you guys on the next stream, man. Alrighty, peace.